A normal girl will have sex with a guy who's a billionaire, but he has no right giving this girl any attention.
It's high-class prostitution.
If we look at it, that is a lot of girls in Dubai. You've got to buy me flowers, you've got to do me this, you've got to do that. You don't have to do shit.
Marcel and Nigel
are longtime friends of Andrew Tate, and they almost never speak of him. But now they've stepped into the spotlight.
And after years behind the scenes, they're finally breaking their silence.
What's your thoughts on the everything situation right now?
Everyone's telling me he invented Bitcoin.
Ridicule the person doing the wrongdoing, not the means used. You're not going to ridicule the car for transporting kids. You ridicule the person.
You guys are like based primarily Dubai and Romania. Which one do you prefer?
Let's say me and a woman get intimate and I get her pregnant. If she doesn't want to have the kid, she doesn't have to answer for that. She can just get rid of it and that's that. But if I don't want the kid, I don't have the option to opt out.
I had a buddy of mine, his girlfriend left him, was like full depressed, and he was microdosing magic mushrooms in his coffee every morning for 30 days.
And if she does have the child, what does she get? She gets house, child support. Even if I don't want the child, she still gets to take my money. What I don't understand is why people have it.
Might as well just have the one talking anyway, so might as well sit on camera and play. I always know. I want to sit in the front. Is this my shisha? That's you?
Yeah.
You knew where you're going. You knew where you're going. This is my microphone. Everyone got their microphone. Oh shit, yeah.
I think so. I've got the smallest microphone here. Should we go to like Marcel? Because he's the smallest person here.
The most important though.
What are you going to say, Marcel? I know you got something to say.
He's for mad to. He's
got something to say.
He's got nothing to say.
Are we starting this now?
I've got nothing to say.
We're going to start this now or what?
Yeah, we're going to start this. I just don't know where to put this. By the way, thank you for the outfits, by the way.
No problem. Pleasure.
These are all...
Why don't Nigel start with explaining why he's got to sit up here dressed like the Power Rangers?
Just... go, Power Rangers!
Was there a black Power Ranger?
Of course.
Oh, there was one, yeah.
Yeah.
There was two.
What's that?
Black Power Ranger.
Bro, when you actually think about that show, it's so funny. The Chinese one was yellow. The Black Ranger was black. 100%. 100%.
You've thought
there
about
was
it.
racial incentive.
You've thought about
this. It is actually. So I've got to sit sat up here because I want us to sit elegantly but chill, super relaxed.
Very relaxed.
And basically just show off my new line of clothes that's actually going to be coming out. So everybody talks about men, like when they go out, they wear sharp suits. They want to look good for meetings, etc., etc., etc. My concept is, why can you not feel that way when you're at home? Most men just sit around, some shorts, t-shirt, ragged, not feeling great. They come from the gym. They put on synthetic items which can bring their levels down. This is 100% pure silk. And this is meant to make a man feel good while they've come from the gym, while they're at home, while they're sitting there chilling. But it's loungewear elevated.
Elegant loungewear.
Elegant loungewear. So it's elevated. Okay, so Marcel is a chill guy. He's got on a vest, shorts, nice and relaxed. But if he wanted to go to like the mall or go to a beach club, he could go in.
Yeah.
As well as sitting at home. You've got my style. I absolutely love this kind of super chilled, short sleeve shirt, oversized trousers. And you're wearing black, obviously. And again, you can wear that. You can wear that to dinner. Literally, you can wear that to dinner. I can wear this to dinner. But also I can feel comfortable sitting in the house doing, like, just chilling. But they're for different types of people. So I've catered to every single type of person, if you want to call it, whether they be elegant, because we've got 6 to 8, 10 people in the house. We all have our own certain style. Andrew has his style, Tristan has his style, Marcel has his style, I have my style. Okay? And we all I've kind of mimicked that every type of man. This is mine. This is more probably like Tristan's, long sleeve shirt. That's definitely Marcel. And again, my style, Tristan's style, and then there's other styles in there which
So this would mainly be your one?
This will be
in the black?
Kind of, yeah.
But then how are you going to tell it short sleeve?
Sorry?
How would you tell it short sleeve?
How did you not know that was coming? How did you not know that was coming?
I'm just asking a question. I can't answer a question.
You can. Right. So the color choices that I've chosen as well are the color choices of their vibrational colors. So they're all good vibrational colors. So we're here sitting here chilling. Apart from Marcel, we're feeling chill. Marcel's got some form of tension inside of him that he needs to attack me. Okay.
Mine's high energy because I just win at everything. You can ask Radin about that.
He's tensing his triceps right now.
The thing is, I'm glad you think that because I'm not. Which means that I look good.
So yeah, like I say, they're all vibrational colors. So they're good vibrational colors. They all mean different things. And when it's fully launched, you'll have a description of what every single color means.
Also, as well, one thing you're missing out that you've done, which I think was amazing, is a lot of the fabrics now have all these synthetics and plastics and stuff. So the silk. There's the reason why you chose the silk. So just kind of
because there's only certain few linen, cotton, silk that hold good energy that are naturally man-made materials. The synthetics that we wear, we can look at any form of clothing. We can go into the wardrobe and we can look at any form of clothing that we wear nowadays. And you'll see polyester. You'll see 25%, 30%, 80%, sometimes 100% polyester.
And what does that do? What does? Okay.
So it's making plastic.
Yeah.
So your body will absorb that plastic, which is bad.
That fucks with your hormones.
It does. So
probably why there's so many bitch-made niggas nowadays.
Sorry?
Probably why there's so many bitch-made niggas nowadays.
Yeah, there you go. So there's, again, reason why I've chosen silk, a reason why I've chosen the colour. So there's basically a method behind, basically.
Well, I told you, I feel like Hugh Hefner in this.
You feel good?
I feel great. I feel like Hugh Hefner. I feel like yeah.
You put it on.
I walk different.
Super soft, super light. And you feel like you've got clothes on, but you're elegant. But, you're still short and relaxed. It's the whole point of it.
I saw something on the internet the other day. This girl was saying how watch what color a man wears. If he wears black, he's a narcissist. If he wears light blue, or I think it's like navy, he's marriage material, he's a comfort guy, blah, blah, blah. Is there any truth to that?
My whole wardrobe is black, blue, and grey. So
strong and powerful.
Is black.
Just like me.
Well,
do you know what I mean? I'm black. I'm strong. Tell me something.
Go on, Marcel.
Say something.
We'll let you have it.
You're some caramel, mixed up caramel, not knowing what you are, kind of semi-black.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, exactly. Sweet boy looking, braided, bearded. Caramac. For everybody that knows Caramac.
What is Caramac?
What? Bro, you don't remember Caramac chocolates back in the day?
This must be a UK thing.
I don't know.
It's a UK thing.
Really?
Caramac?
Yeah. It was like a chocolate bar called Caramac.
Starts with C?
Yeah.
By the way, we're friends and we kick it and we talk shit all the time. So you don't have to watch this. We're just kicking it and we've got cameras set up today. So, yeah. If you want to tune off, you can, but it's just us. You're going to see a window into our conversation. Caramac. Oh, Caramac. I've never seen this before.
No?
No.
It actually was quite nice.
Oh, that's white.
Almost.
That's very white.
Almost here.
That's very white.
Almost.
Oh, do you know what? I remember it being darker for some reason. I remember it being like, what's the new biscuits everyone loves? Lotus?
Lotus.
Oh, Lotus.
I remember
yeah.
being that kind of.
Do you like Lotus?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
It's
Put it here.
Good point. Thank you.
What are these?
What is this?
Gin and tonic.
Of course. Of course it is. And who told you to bring this? Nigel.
No, he just decided.
Of course. Of course Nigel did.
I wasn't planning on drinking.
Of course Nigel said.
I wasn't planning
bring
on
gin and
drinking.
tonics.
Cheers. Congrats on your win today.
Every day.
Cheers. Congrats on your line.
Congrats on my win every day. But I got you a win too.
You got me a win. Yeah, we played 2-on-2. We played against this Russian guy and this Indian guy, and we rinsed them. What's your brain called?
High vibration.
High vibration. So you've done the science behind vibration and and colors.
Absolutely. Took me basically a year of researching, understanding. There's not a brand out there that does this. So I've had a look at the market, because everybody thinks when I'm going to do a clothing brand, it's going to be along with fitness. It's going to be along those kind of lines. It's to do with well-being. It's to do more with men's health, how they feel, the inner spirit, the inner chi.
What made you start to look at that?
I always wanted to do a clothing brand, but I didn't want to do what everybody else does. Obviously, being into sports as I am, I didn't want to do a sports brand. It's been done. I wanted to look at something that is a niche out there that no one necessarily has, that you can wear, that gives you that good energy, that gives you that positive energy, and the right vibration. Like, for me, it was like I was coming from the gym and I wanted to wear something. I didn't want to wear polyester. I didn't want to wear like any form of synthetics, plastics after I've come from the gym. When you've come from the gym, my idea was when you come from the gym, you feel good. You've released all your endorphins out of your body. So that means you're feeling good. If you were feeling bad before you went to the gym, guaranteed 9 times out of 10, when you come out of the gym, everything's all gone. You've released all of that energy, that bad energy, whatever it may be. But you want to put on clothes that are going to keep that good energy inside of you.
Yeah.
And it's materials, first of all.
It's interesting.
Materials, cottons, silks, linens are the only ones. And I thought about gym stuff, but cotton, gym stuff, man. Linen, definitely not. Silk.
More like a
I wanted to,
elegant loungewear sort of.
You can't, like, natural silk, like what we've got on, has to be tailored, or it has to be like large, medium, small. You can't go into the gym and wear silk. It's just not, it's not things. So how can I elevate that? How can I keep all of that good energy inside someone without, after they've come from the gym?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So this is it. And you can literally put this on when you come out of the gym. Like, I would put that on. I've come out of the gym, I've had a shower, I put that on, I'm chilling. Even down to the shorts, depending on what the weather conditions are outside.
Yeah.
Shorts, vest, walk outside, chill. Walk outside, go and have a coffee, go and chill, go beach club, whatever. Doesn't really make a difference.
Well, I mean, we just played 3 games of basketball and I'm hot right now, but like I can breathe.
Because it's breathe.
My body's not overheating.
Yeah.
You know?
Not clammy.
Not clammy. You guys live in Dubai now. Well, you've got a base here. You guys grew up in Luton, right? Do you find that you've lost friends, or there's friends that are jealous of you guys living in Dubai? They're stuck in Luton. Like, have you found friends have fallen off?
I feel like, for me personally, the friends that I lost, let's say, happened way before I come to Dubai. So the people I have around me now, they're always going to be supportive of how I am. And I'm very selective about who I have around me too. So it's not just about having anyone around you. It's about having the right people around you, their energy, their thought process, what they see when they see other people's wins, how they are with their wins. Those are the sort of I go for character. For me, character is a big thing. So I think because I went through a lot of turmoil in my, between 19 to 25, I kind of discovered who was real around me, and those people have always remained around me from that point. So them seeing me here is happy, and you know, it motivates them. That's the thing. They don't look at me and be like, they're like, that's cool. How can I do that? Or what sort of things can, and I always look for ways in which I can bring the people I care about in. If there's a way, I would do it.
Yeah, you have, for sure. What about you?
Pretty much the same as me. Because I moved out of Luton. And moved to Bournemouth. So I was still in the UK. But I was 10 years, 12 years out of Luton prior to me moving to Romania, then to moving to Dubai. So I realised who my friends were within that 10-year spell of me living in Bournemouth. So pretty much for the last 4 to 5 years of me being in Bournemouth, I was a loner, pretty much. I didn't want to go out to the clubs and stuff like that my fellow fight colleagues, because I was gym down at that, I was associated. And I didn't want to go out with them because I don't do drugs. I don't really like drinking. I don't like eating out much lot. And I'm not getting into any fights.
Says the guy who brought us gin and tonics, but continue.
But which you...
Full sweetness gin and tonic. And you see me, I can't not stop drinking it. I keep
so I'd already knew who my friends were, and my friends that were in Romania, I'd never stopped visiting. So from the minute they moved to Romania, my holiday was going to Romania. I missed out on a couple of things, like you went on the drive, you went on the gumball, right?
Cannon run?
Cannon run, that's it. I missed out on that. But I used to always go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back. So it was my only next step. I always said to myself when I moved from Luton to Bournemouth, I said, if I'm going to move anywhere, it's going to be abroad. And I must put that in there to the universe because I now live abroad.
Yeah. Visualization is a real thing.
Yeah.
You believe in visualization, right?
To a degree.
Tell me, what do you mean to a degree?
You got to have more than visualization. You have to be able to visualize and then have a plan that you want to execute or a way to execute it. You know, if you just sit there and think, oh, this happen for me and do nothing to try achieve it, then nothing will happen. So I think it's both. You have to have the vision and the action to go with that.
Sometimes, because I'm going to speak from my case, sometimes it just happens. Because we know how, like, I lost my job in the UK. And it was like, what do I do next? I had an opportunity to move to a different country and start a business that I'd already been passionate about, which is my personal thing.
But you have an action plan. So you visualized it, but you had an action plan.
But I didn't realize I was actually going to do it. But it was the first instant. It was the first thing that I got. When I got there, I was like, okay, cool, bang, I'm going to do that. Okay, cool. When I got there, had the opportunity, I knew that I needed to make something happen. I'm not going to sit there and just think, oh, okay, I've got this. You know, I've been doing this for how many years, so I'm gonna make something out. And that's what I've started doing.
I believe in visualization. I'll tell you why. Because if you knew how to do it, then it would be a series of administrative processes for you to get it done. Right? Like, I want $1 billion, let's say, for example, which isn't a goal of mine, but let's say I did, right? Then if I knew how to do it, there'd be a series of administrative processes to get there, right? You do this and you do this and then you lodge this and you do this and blah, blah, blah. But then opportunity comes to you every day, right? Every day there's opportunity that comes to you, and then you visualize where you want to be, and then you make decisions on the opportunities that come to you based on where you want to go.
But then everything you're explaining is an action plan.
Correct. What? Is there people... Is there people visualizing but staying at home, not leaving the house?
Yeah, and there's also people who are deprived of opportunity. I'm pretty sure there's people who are hungry visualizing food and they're still hungry.
That's fair, but then, you know, there's a lot of sadness. You know, 44% of the world live on less than $1.20 a day.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get it. We're in the Western world where we have everything accessible to us, that visualization works. But in the third world, would you say in the third world visualize? But then again, I know a lot of people here that came here from the third world that are just killing it.
No, I'm not saying that it's not part of it. I think in having an action plan, you actually have to be able to visualize it. So I'm agreeing with you to an extent, but I just to say to someone like, you need to be able to visualize and it all come to you, like, no, you have to have some sort of plan and take that first step. Like, when the opportunities come, a lot of people have this visual, but they're scared to take the first step. Nothing will come of that. In all aspects, you have to have an action plan of like, okay, I want this thing to happen to me. What sort of things can I do, or where can I position myself where these things are capable of happening to me? Otherwise, it just becomes a dream.
Have you ever made a vision board?
Yes, I have.
Have you made a vision board?
Yes, I have actually.
Okay.
I have actually.
Cool,
yeah, I remember in my apartment in the flat in the UK. Whiteboard.
You had that?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I always have in my mind a thing, and I just don't know how to get there. But as opportunities come, I'll just make decisions to get to there.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's what I'm saying. The vision has to be there.
Yeah, it has to be there.
But it has to come with something else.
By the way, going back to the hormones for this, right? Rich Cooper. Do you guys know Rich Cooper?
No.
Rich Cooper? No. He basically...
I'm a face guy. You'd have to show me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go show you. He said, there's testosterone in men is decreasing 1% per month, right? And he says a big thing of that is when they filter the water, right, for us to drink, it's toilet water, it's sewage water, right? That goes in, all that. Now, women's urine, which holds a lot of estrogen, the filter doesn't clean that. So the water that we drink increases our estrogen.
That would surprise me. I don't actually know that as a fact.
Do you think that's by coincidence?
Exactly.
Fuck.
That's why it doesn't surprise me.
True.
There's a lot of things. Like, look at the foods we eat. Everything we do is kind of programmed to make us be more docile, I think. I feel like that. And the more we're learning, I think we've been put into a place now, like, where they can reveal it to us and we will do nothing about it.
Well, look, let's just take one of the biggest famouses today, which is COVID. Okay? And what was the only thing, or one of the only things that you could get after 6 o'clock in the evening? Let's just say in the UK, I don't know where you was at this point in time. But what was always open, what was always food-wise, what was always accessible, always open, and the chain of different
McDonald's, fast food. Yeah.
Sure.
And do you remember what?
KFC, Pizza Hut,
The only thing open.
fast food, only thing open. Why? What does it do to your body?
Yeah.
True.
That was the only thing that was open.
Remember they was doing a thing like you get free KFC and free McDonald's if you get the
If you take
what?
the vaccine, yeah.
if you get the
They did that in
vaccine.
No way.
Yeah, they done that in the
Look
UK
at
as well.
this juicy burger.
Yeah, you had
You
like
can get this if you take a vaccine. Fish,
No way.
100%.
yeah,
We didn't have that in Australia.
yeah, that was like huge.
That was American.
You get a free meal.
Fast food incentives. Yeah,
Yep.
Damn. And the
Okay.
government's reimbursing them.
yeah, I guess so. But you'd have like leaders of states and eating. Yeah, like you could have these nuggets too. It's crazy.
That was UK.
A lot of it was in America, but they did have the same incentive in the UK, but they didn't advertise it like America did.
Wow.
America pushed it back.
Wow. Didn't know.
America made advertisements for it.
Yeah.
Like,
Get in here and...
yeah, like on TV and stuff. Like, it was
Dude,
crazy.
when I was in America, I was in New York for like 9 months. The ads on TV, every second and third ad in New York was like, are you depressed? Do you want to talk to someone? Like, it was all depression ads.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have that in the UK?
No, we just knew about statistics. So I think from April to June, I think it was, more people had killed themselves.
Yeah, mental health became a big thing.
Than actually had died from COVID.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy.
It was a crazy number.
Yeah, also you have to remember in the beginning of COVID, they were mixing crazy COVID numbers. Like if you got run over
That's
by
true.
like a car or
And you had
bus
COVID.
and you had COVID, they'd say COVID death.
True.
You had a preconditioned heart condition. You had a heart condition that was ongoing. All of a sudden you passed away.
If you had COVID, it was COVID death.
COVID,
You had
yeah.
COVID the week before.
We had the same thing.
Everything was COVID.
Yeah.
You died of COVID.
Do you know what?
But the flu, sorry to interrupt,
Mhm.
but the flu was in Barbados, sitting on the beach.
What do you mean?
The flu that we had the year before and the year before.
Oh, took a break.
Wait, this was taking a break. We were sitting on the beach,
Ah, got it. Got
Sitting on the beach,
it.
sipping-
Yeah.
sipping some rum.
Yeah. That was a big for
Hellshire Beach.
That was a
in
big
Jamaica.
for
I'm just surprised.
Are you guys vaccinated?
Absolutely not.
You're not?
Hell me.
You are in it.
I had to. But you gotta understand.
I hope you're joking.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand.
Take your clothes back.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand. You gotta
It's
understand.
contaminating your clothes, bro.
You gotta understand.
Bro, dry clean.
You gotta understand. I have a chain of gyms, and I couldn't enter my gyms without having the pass. I mean, it's my gyms. I can do what I want, but I had to lead by an example.
Okay.
I got famoosed. I regret it. I got famoosed.
How many did
Now,
you get?
I'm not saying,
Two.
I'm not advocating this.
You got 2?
Didn't get the third.
Bro, I wasn't advocating this, but you didn't necessarily need to do that. You could have said that you had them and got something that proved that you had them at that point in time because they were floating about.
Careful now,
Yeah.
you end up in jail, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, there were things
Uh-huh.
helping you to get
Got it.
the passport that you needed. So
To travel.
you could travel, you could do all these other bits. I traveled.
Yeah, so that's how you got around. You just showed your hand.
I showed my hand or his hand?
That's how you got around.
No.
Yeah.
I just traveled. I didn't have any passport. This is the mad thing.
There was exemptions, though, weren't there?
Yeah, those exemptions.
I didn't have any passport.
But you was using the exemptions, though.
No.
Jesus.
I travelled to Malta.
You don't get it, do you? Because, yeah, you was traveling around because you was using the exemptions.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's laying it up for you. Laying it up.
It's like, no, I had a legal documents.
I travelled.
I doctored.
I travelled to Malta, and it was a story that I wanted to either Malta or Croatia. Croatia was called Malta was hard, so I chose Malta, but I didn't look at the small print. I used my exemption to get into Malta.
Mm-hmm.
Had a great time.
I think it's all well and over now as well. Like nobody's coming around saying like, "Oh, you did this during COVID." You know what I mean? It's just so over.
I think, yeah, and the government's done so much illegal stuff that they've been caught out on. It would be very hard for them to go back and be like, well, you didn't do
Yeah.
Like, bro, you remember throwing parties at that
Yeah.
time? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Write
like,
it down. I'm a girl yelling at cabinet, doing a madness in the toilets.
I was so disappointed in the world, though, when they gave into that. Because I was like, when it first came, I was like, there's no way people fought for this.
Oh wow.
And then it did, and I actually, for a little while, lost hope in humanity. I was like,
Wow.
how have we sunk so low?
Wow.
There used to be people that would fight for their country, fight for the people they
Yeah.
love and what they care, for their freedom. Freedom's the one thing that we usually will fight for. But I guess the way in which you make people give in to that is fear. Fear is the one time that we'll give up our freedom, I think.
Yeah.
We'll allow people to have control if we think it's a safer place.
There was like, I didn't give a shit because, like, obviously the beginning of it, I was like, oh, shit, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? I've never ever taken any kind of flu jab or anything else like that. None. Okay. Hay fever tablets, sometimes. I kind of use natural remedies to combat my hay fever.
You don't even use sunscreen.
I don't need something. What do I need sunscreen for?
You don't use sunscreen.
Natural sunscreen is?
I know
That's
you.
what causes cancer.
Yeah.
That's what causes skin cancer. Statistically, you look at the population of Africa, Caribbean, and all of the other hot countries. Western Europe has more cancer cases, skin cancer cases, than Africa. What's hotter? Where is the sun more prominent?
Fair.
Yeah, but you forget we got the melanin superpower.
We have got the melanin superpowers. Yeah, we have. But I'm sure there's white South Africans.
Yeah, it's true.
Sure. But they're from Amsterdam, no? They were invaded years ago, and then there was the white fellas there.
Anything from Amsterdam, were Portuguese.
Oh, the Portuguese? I gotta double check. Speaking of cancer, did you know the Middle East has the lowest cancer in the world?
Really?
The lowest. You can Google it. The lowest in the world, and it's because of a few things. No alcohol. They don't drink alcohol here,
Makes sense.
right? They smoke a lot. By the way, they've got huge diabetes. They've got a sweet tooth here. Like they love their food. But no
That's why in the
alcohol.
black community as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, because we like season our food very well, which means a lot of salt. Each one of those seasonings have salts in it.
Yeah.
But also they're high in carbohydrates, high in carbohydrates, what's the yam? So yam has
Starch?
good starch. So we have all of the high, and then we cook it all in as well, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
It's not that I'm saying salt's bad. Anything in abundance is bad.
And this is how
That's the problem. But we
Basically-
use it on everything.
Yeah.
everything. You know what I mean? Season everything.
The other reason.
We don't look at working out as a thing. We don't look at, I mean, how many Jamaicans do you see running around?
Sure.
Yeah, but and you have to also remember, now we're in this information era. We're getting a better understanding of like what we put in our bodies, how it affects us, how you
Yeah.
can decrease it.
It wasn't like that before.
How would you know? We just used to listen to what was told to us. And remember, a lot of these things were used as like promotion to sell things. When cigarettes were first advertised, they were like supposed to be healthy, good for you, stress relieving.
Yeah.
But they don't tell you about the side effects that it had on you.
There was ads that says doctors smoke these type of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Doctors smoke Camel cigarettes.
The reason why breakfast cereals were introduced was the sugar.
Kellogg's.
So it was stimulus, yeah. Smoking they got rid of smoking because it's been proven that smoking, among other things, there's a lot of other things that it helps with, but arthritis is it does cure or help with certain.
Smoking, what they talk about, like weed and stuff.
No, normal tobacco.
But weed also does that, no?
Weed does that. Weed has its health properties with regards to cancer.
It holds cancer where it is. It doesn't let it spread.
What does
'Cause
weed?
Yeah, because those cancer cells like,
It's,
Jar man, I'm not gonna walk over there.
I've never tried.
Does everyone smoke weed in
Luton,
no, not Luton,
UK?
Jamaica?
No.
No one smokes. No.
Nah, there's
No.
people that smoke it. It's different there, to be honest, because the weed there's going to be naturally grown. There's no extra additives in it.
who's my family friend. I went up to see in Jamaica, and he does, and the way that they roll it there is totally different. They might use the leaf of the tobacco.
Exactly.
roll it.
A blunt.
Correct.
But it's the actual leaf.
Very minimal
Weed.
tobacco.
Ah, very minimal.
So it's pure,
Got it.
and you're picking it from
Got
the
it.
ground.
So like,
Jamaica's
And you remember, yeah, go on.
soil is the most fertile soil. It's one of the most fertile soil.
And you have to remember, when they're growing it in other countries, they're trying to speed up the process so they can sell it. So, yeah.
well, yeah,
These temples, you can go all in this little park here. One of those will be a roof pump. Man can just go over there and just and just do what he needs to do.
well, they've done the study now. They looked at the dealers. Soon as there's two processes in growing the plant, right? So you got to grow it, and then you got to make it bud, and then it's like a different light you got to put on. They put pressure on the plant to bud quicker, so they can start selling it. That pressure is what causes schizophrenia and all the mental health issues.
That's great. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
How do you know that?
I did my research. I'm a podcaster.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So
catch
no,
up.
because it's medicinal now in Australia, and that's what the doctor was telling me. The doctor's like, yeah, it's so much better here because now we actually let the plant take its time.
What do you think about like psychedelic drugs? Because they're experimenting a lot with that now, aren't they?
Yeah,
Your third eye.
yeah. Joe Rogan talks about it all the time. Every conversation he has, he probably brings up mushrooms straight away.
He brings up a load of those.
A lot of it, yeah. When I, there's a lot of studies that show that doing mushrooms, magic mushrooms, erodes depression.
Really?
Right? Yeah. But I think they microdose it in the studies that I was looking at. Look, there's a case for it, and there's a need for it. I think under control, right?
Controlled environment.
Under controlled environment, medicinal purposes.
I think that's pretty much everything.
True.
Everything in moderation is going to have a benefit towards you. Not necessarily going to be good for you, but it's going to have a benefit for you in some way, shape, or form.
I had a buddy of mine. His girlfriend left him. He was like full depressed, and he was microdosing magic mushrooms in his coffee every morning for 30 days, every day.
And did it?
It helped him a lot. I remember I was like with him.
I've never understood depression.
I was
I'll go to that. Like if I had, I'm going to be real. Like I felt a little bit from the private relationship I had. My head was a little bit messed up. So I went to the gym.
Yeah, gym was the main one. But I remember I went to his house once, and he's like, "Oh, bro, I feel so much more free. I don't have to worry about if she's home from work or if she's eaten and da da da." And I feel like mushrooms did that to him.
Because it was hot.
It made him like look.
Yeah, but what obviously depression exists. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but what I don't understand is why people have depression. Like, I understand you can be sad, that's fine, but what exactly is depression? They describe it as like being in a hole and you don't know your way out and just dark place.
A state of mind, and I always say
And it's fleeting. It's a fleeting state of mind.
Yeah, but there's some people who say like they're sad and they don't know why. I don't get that.
But they do know why.
You think?
They're just in that hole. It's a state of mind. Depression is not real. When Andrew says depression is not real, depression is not real. It's a state of mind. Because when I lost my world title challenge, I went into a hole. And I went into a hole where I felt like everybody was looking at me. I didn't perform well. My mum was there, my friends were there. And I didn't perform well. I could have done most better. And I felt low. I felt super low. And I had a girl that she didn't even make it any worse. But she made it worse. But she was just saying, get up and go to the gym. Which, to be fair, when I did do that, it was fun.
Yeah.
Because no one games you.
Yeah.
You win, you lose, you get on with it.
Yeah, but that's being sad. I get that because
That's being sad.
Something's happened to you.
That's being sad.
Borderline. It's that borderline.
Mm.
Once you get into that state of mind, it's like I say, it's a state of mind. Once you get into that state of mind, it's very hard to get out of that state of mind.
I just can't even imagine getting there.
I'll tell you why it's hard to get out of that state of mind, right? This is my theory. You've got equilibrium, right? You got the middle. You're okay. Above that, you feel happy. Below that, you feel sad or depressed, whatever you want to call it, right? Some people, they seep down and they feel bad, but they don't want to feel good, let alone feeling better. Because when you feel good, you don't feel alive. You're not feeling anything. So they choose to feel bad because, hey, I feel something. I'm alive. I can feel something. They rather feel bad than feel nothing. So they get addicted to that bad feeling and they want to hold on to it. I've been suffering with this for such a long time. You want me to give it up? I'm not going to give it up. I've been holding this for 20 years. I'm not going to give that up.
That's not hard as well. There is something that is called, where I kind of think of me, you get addicted to the low something levels in your body. You get addicted to a certain level of lowness. It's like you get addicted. I'm addicted to the gym because I like feeling great after the gym. So it's the opposite of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I hate the gym.
Yeah, but you feel great once you've done your workout, right?
Because it's over.
You know you have to do it.
I have to do it.
Like to do it.
Yeah,
but I have to do it. Yeah.
But you have to do it.
You have to do it. Driving there.
Getting there, getting in the gym, getting out of it, like, whew, done that. Get on my day.
Yeah.
Cool, done.
Yeah. It makes me feel like I've achieved something.
There you go.
It's the achievement, I guess.
Yeah, but
That's all it takes. That's the endorphins.
But I just...
I would much rather play basketball than go to the gym. I'd rather chase a ball.
You know what?
That's fun.
Since I've done the boxing match, I find the gym even harder now.
Why?
Because it was so... Like, when you're playing high-level chess like that, even in, like, sparring and, like, having someone tell you what your flaws are and then you're trying to perfect it, and it's always this game of, like, trying to improve, and then you fight someone else and they're better. That excitement of learning for me is, like, great. And that edge, like, if I do this wrong, he will blast me in my face.
Yeah.
So there's that sense of danger. And when I'm in the gym, it's just like, all right, lift this weight.
Yeah.
All right, that's done. Do that. Whereas, even I remember training, and I'd be like, I have to go in the gym, like, because I'm not gonna pretend like I love the gym, but there'll be times I'd get up and I would start shadow boxing or whatever, and I'm like, woo, like I'm learning stuff, and I watch the video back and I'm excited about it. That's the only time I've actually been excited about being in a gym. Before, when you have to get up and do weights, I'm just like, oh, okay.
So you're loving camp. You're loving camp.
Yeah. Do you know what? Fighting's one of those weird things where I think the moment is way more exciting and fulfilling. The memory is way more exciting and fulfilling than the moment.
Uh-huh.
So like when
It's hard, bro.
I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, that was crazy. That was sick.
Bro, it's hard, it's difficult, it's painful, it's stressful, it's absolutely everything awardable to one. There's no better feeling than having your fight and come out back of it and chilling and looking back on it and thinking,
Yeah.
like, I would say that's probably one of the hardest things that you can go through. To do the fight camp, to go into a fight, to fight. And then the easy part is to come out. The easy part is sometimes the fight. I would say the hardest part of training for a fight is training.
The hardest part of a fight's training.
hard.
Yeah.
It's taxing on your body. We done it 20 years. Done it for.
It's crazy.
But
You
I
beat,
like the gym.
but you win. But you win the fight in the gym before.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't lie to yourself. If you went and trained properly and you feel like you've improved and you've done good and you gave it all, you'll go in there and be like, okay, I'm
I've got
ready.
this.
When you don't train and you go in there, that fear must be so crazy because, like, I know I didn't do what I'm supposed to do. And
yeah.
what if this guy did?
Yeah.
Then that's when fear kicks in.
But you know when I moved Marcel had won the fight?
Where's
The craziest thing. When I knew he'd won the fight.
When?
He'd won. Like, even before he got in the ring. The amount of training that he done, I was like, okay, cool, we need to do this, do that, do that, brother. When he got ill in the last
week? It wasn't last 2 weeks.
So
Last week.
Monday, he was fighting the following week, the Wednesday. And he got ill on the Monday. And he was ill until the Friday. Wednesday or Thursday, turned around to me, said to me, coming through, how you feeling, sir? Couldn't talk, bro, he couldn't talk.
Yeah, I was fucked.
He couldn't talk. Literally, he couldn't talk. Sound like a Dalek. And he turned around to me and he said to me, am I allowed to wear my gloves? And I paused for 1 second and looked at Marcel. I was like, what did you say to me? Did you speak to Finn? Can I wear my gloves? Because I bought some gloves.
Yeah, sick.
I got him some gloves.
Your Brandon gloves.
Yeah, his brand. I got him.
Ah.
Sick as well.
But they were 10 outs. And we was having a discussion with 12 hours because he was supposed to use 12 outs and I got 10 outs. And he turned around to me and he said, like, can I use my gloves? In the back of my head, what I thought is, this kid is ill. He hasn't trained for 4 days. He can't talk. His room stinks. Yeah, I mean, he's got bro, his table was filled with antibiotics, blah, 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 blah. And he was asking me about gloves. So I knew number one, he was going to fight. When I walked out of the room, I said to myself, this guy's coming.
Wow.
Wanted it.
Certain type of person.
It's that dog in him.
Yeah. It takes a certain type of person to lay, like, ill. Most people were like, don't know if I can fight, I think
Yeah.
one
Nah.
peak,
He was fighting.
one
Yeah.
peak.
That didn't go through your head.
This brother fought that's 60-70% of his best. And he still beat someone who had 3 prior fights to him. But
Yeah.
this guy came to win.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Bro.
That was good.
So that's how I...
That's how you knew it was going to win. And were you your full form that night? No.
No, 60-70%, bro. Easy.
You had way more in you.
Yeah. I remember because like before, like when I was on fire, like the rounds were great. I started to like feel like, okay, now I'm like catching people and blah, blah, and I was thinking, yes, like cool. And I remember when I got sick and I didn't train for 4 days and then I was just like, do you want to train today? And like the 50th, and I was like, I'm going to try. And 30 seconds in was
Probably
dead.
You probably got
Fuck.
1 round, if that.
And I was dead. I was like, I had to stop. Like, I need water. And I was like, shit. So then you kind of, I had to change my plan a little bit because in my head, I was like, all right, I'm just going to go there and just blitz this guy. But then it was like, Nigel was speaking to me. He's like, make sure you conserve your energy. It's a weird dynamic. You have to almost keep moving so that you can get more time to rest. If I stand there, he's just going to come try blast me and I'm just going to be taking shots and I'm going to be tired. So it's like, you actually have to keep moving to get your gaps where you can have that 1 or 2 second. I think, you know what, if you watch it back, there's a point where I'm like, I think it's the second round. I'm like, and I'm just really trying to take in air. I was so fucked. And that was my main concern, was energy level. It's so important. It's like when we were playing ball today. Like you start, and then once you start getting tired, you get heavy.
Yeah.
People don't understand that. When you get tired, you get heavy.
Yeah.
Everything. Your feet sink into the ground. They become heavier. Everything's harder. Everything.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was good.
There's a famous Muhammad Ali fight where he exposed that guy, where he just took all the blows for 6 rounds and he didn't throw any punches. And he just got
Foreman.
tired. Foreman,
George
wasn't
Foreman.
it? Yeah. It was in Manila? Was it the one?
I think so. No, Thriller Miller wasn't
No.
that. That was Frazier, no? Thriller Manila.
That was Joe Frazier, yeah.
It was in Africa then.
There was. I remember the George Foreman one. His camp thought he was going to be killed.
In the fight.
Yeah, they was like, I don't want you to take this fight. We think he's going to kill you.
Wow.
And he was like, you're going to see. You're going to see.
What a go.
Such a
What a
strategic.
go.
Yeah.
What a
Super
go.
G.
Super G.
Super G.
He will go down.
And he said he was pissing blood for a week
Yeah.
after the fight.
after the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get kidney hits, didn't you get, did you piss blood?
No.
Did you piss blood? Ever? No?
I'm built different.
My boys that box, they piss blood all the time. Yeah, it's normal. It's like, we get kidney hits, it's kidney punches.
I'm super people.
And you have to remember, George Foreman was knocking out everything. He was super handed back.
He had a heavy hand. I feel sorry for his wife.
What he done to Frazier was crazy. That's why they thought Muhammad Ali was going to get killed, because obviously Frazier and Muhammad Ali went tooth and nail 3 times. It was crazy. And then when Foreman fought Frazier, blew him out the water. They was like, okay. And then Muhammad Ali come back and said, nah, I'm fighting him. Everyone was like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. 'Cause you have to remember, Frazier was the power puncher against him and Muhammad Ali. So now you're going against someone who destroyed this power puncher, and you went tooth and nail with that other guy. It's a mindset. That there's is
It's the mindset.
yes, warrior.
With a fight, believe it or not, I think this statistic is right. It's 20% physical, 80% mental.
Yeah,
That's how I need
Correct.
on fight.
Yeah.
Okay? Because if your mind's wrong, your body will be right.
Mm.
Okay? Don't matter how many times you train, don't matter how long you train for. If your mind is right, you're going to go in there and win the fight. Unless the guy is levels above you.
like
Yeah.
Shakur. Yeah,
Like Shakur,
yeah.
or even down to Anti-Yard, Beterbiev.
Yeah, true.
Beterbiev he fought. Do you know what I mean? His mind was right. His mind was in the right place. But he just come up against a better boxer.
Yeah, that's true.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
But his mind was in the right place. But we could argue the fact that when he went back to the corner, he could have been in a better place for the next round, for each and every single round. We could argue. Because loads of people argue, pundits argue that fact all the time.
Yeah, they're not too fond of his trainer. That's why.
By the way, this goes for everything. If you study hard before an exam and you go in there, you're confident, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to smash it. If you know your stuff before a business meeting, you're confident. I
Yeah.
know my shit. It goes for everything in life.
How much did you put in?
The battle's always won out before the war.
Yeah, I agree.
It's true. But again, I'm going to distinguish this because in the fight game, your corner is just as important as you getting in the ring with the fight.
Yeah.
Because we can see something, we can see shit you can't see.
Yeah.
Fight. You're in tunnel vision. When we've got 360 division, you've got 100, you've got tunnel vision. You can only see what's in front of you.
Yeah.
We can see every move that person makes and why and when and how and how he sets that shit up. He can't see that. He can just see punches coming at him. He just knows what he has to do. Do your work, Marcel. Do your work. We'll come back into the corner. When he does this, you do this. When he moves here, you've got to do a little bit more of this. You've got to do a little bit more of that. Da-da-da. Move here, move there, blah, blah. When we say this, move. Because we can see what he's doing. You have a sequence of patterns that everybody will go through. Yeah. And there's only a very few people that will change up the sequence of patterns when they say you have game plans when you go into a fight. Okay. You have one game, you have another game. I do that with people. I did it with I do it with you, take for example, when I'm sparring with you, I might just stand there, got this move, but then I just switch it up. And I just go into Mr. Elusive mode, where I'm just jabbing and popping, moving all the time. And they're the two different modes that you kind of learn over a period of time, but you kind of understand that if you're in a corner and you're telling your fighter to do certain things, there are certain things that you need to tell him to do in certain ways to combat what the other person is doing. If Teofimo Lopez against Shakur would have not come forward in a straight line, moved more, maybe he would have been a bit more effective.
Yeah. You know what? He done a lot of the thing that fight used to grill me about all the time. Kept his left hand low the whole fight.
Kept his left hand low and come forward in a straight line. You're going to sit on a south quarter stack all day, bro. All day, every day. You're going to say pop. And he did pop.
Yeah.
Step pop.
Yeah.
There wasn't a fake move, like hand up, move that. And obviously he had to move to his left, south quarter.
Yeah.
Because he's right. The other guy's right for his fourth. So he had to move there constantly, popping his right hand a little bit more, going down to the body with his right hand, popping it, coming down. Didn't go into it. But
Madden, what was your sport growing up?
Basketball.
woo! And you didn't do well there.
Well, I mean, look, my dad's a black belt 6 Dan. He's a sensei. And I had to do karate because I can't bring shame to the family. And he started me off in Greco-Roman wrestling. So I started wrestling and I did karate and then finished that. But it just wasn't for me. The combat stuff wasn't for me. But it helped me. I mean, the 6 fights I've been to in my life, it's only ever lasted like 10 seconds. But karate is not about combat. Karate is about like immobilizing the situation. Like distracting him with this.
Out in the street, yes.
Yeah.
Because you had, what style?
Shotokan.
So I did that as well. That's what I first started. So you had Kata and Kumite.
Yeah, that's right.
I was Kumite.
Got it.
I loved
Got
it. It was good.
What's your favorite stance?
Sorry?
What's your favorite stance? I love the cat stance. Do you remember the cat stance?
No, I do remember the cat stance, but what's your favorite? My favorite kata was Nyanida.
Got it. That's the kata.
Yeah.
Got it. Oh, so you know, he's done it. So, in school, when we get into fights and stuff, it was all about just like 10 seconds, arm bar, distract him with his hand on the ground, and it's like calm the fuck down, right? It was always like that. It was always like just calm down. But if I can't use my legs in fighting, I'm useless. Karate's all legs.
I disagree.
No, but you need legs.
Disagree.
You think?
Yeah,
you need legs.
I mean, Wonder Boy was amazing with his legs. Pause.
So I would say for.
Crazy pause, bro.
Crazy pause. Wonder Boy had great legs. Oh.
What's the
crazy pause?
Just more legs than
Taekwondo has a lot of legs. Yeah.
But
by the way, when I mean legs, doesn't mean I'm going to use it, but it's a form of distraction.
Stance,
right? Cat stance. You put 75% of your weight on the back leg and 25 on the front leg. And the whole idea is to keep the guy. So if he comes into your in karate, we believe if they come into your personal space, that's an attack. So you can attack. They don't have to throw a punch. If they're in your personal space, you can attack. So cat stance is just that leg that you got 25% on is basically you're hopping on it and you're keeping them and you're just like touching around and you're keeping them like pushing them back. Calm down. Like, you know what I mean? Keeping your distance. Deontay Wilder, he came and said the biggest cheat in boxing is who?
Fury.
I
actually think he actually did kind of get hard done by. Now, I think Fury is an amazing boxer, especially for his size, how mobile he is. Like, very, very good. His IQ is very high. But in those first 2 fights, when like Deontay Wilder went in his whole rant and he had loads of other excuses, so when he came with something legit, it was very easy to dismiss it. But when you watch some of the things that happened in the fight, one, that count was crazy.
The count was crazy.
It was crazy. I'm not. You got to call a spade a spade. The count was crazy, and some of those pictures and videos where you see the way the gloves folded and where his hand is like.
Is that legit?
Yeah, that is legit.
So you're telling me his hand wasn't in the glove?
It didn't look like it. Whether there's going to be information or maybe angles. I don't know. But when I watched it and I saw it in slow motion, I was like, bro, like your hand don't fold here while you're punching.
I thought it was more of a slap to distract him.
Yeah, but then you have to think, if I pull my hand up my glove, I go from having distance here to distance here.
Hmm.
So even if I'm smacking you in the face and I hit you with this and you think that it's not going to hit you and it does, and then you come with something else, is that fair?
But the thing is, if your hand's not in the glove, it's not in the glove. So you're telling me the whole time he didn't have his hand in the glove? You can't take it in and out in the middle of a fight. It's tight.
No, but something in the glove, no?
No, because even if it's out the glove a little bit, have you ever been hit yourself in the head like this? It hurts.
Yeah.
So if you're
So he fought like that the whole time?
I don't know about the whole time.
Because that's what I'm saying.
Because do you know what? There's even another boxer who said that he knew Fury for doing that in sparring.
Got it.
So, and he has been caught with something else about gloves years ago in the beginning of his career.
But when he stood back up after that punch, that was the Lord just reviving.
Amazing. And even the fact that he went on to win that round. But again, that count was crazy. I'm pretty sure there's loads of fighters that if they would have had 15 seconds, they would have.
What I didn't like is Deontay Wilder made a black and white thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I don't think anyone. It's a funny thing in boxing because I think one of the downfalls in boxing is that they don't make the referees have to speak on the calls that they make. So if it was a 13 count, why are we not saying to the referee, okay, why did you do the 13 count? The commissions will protect the referee, so the referee doesn't have to make a statement or do anything. I don't think it's a black and white thing. It can be a multitude of things. If you might be a fan of someone. There's been times that I've watched boxing matches where I'm a fan of the person who's losing and I'm looking for the things that they do to give them the round rather than what's happening in the round.
It's more of a vibes.
Yeah.
And you get that in commentary. You get that massively in commentary. Some of the commentators that are, there's a channel that I don't really like. Sometimes I want to watch the fight with the volume down because the commentary is so biased to one person. It's annoying. Oh, yeah, he's done that. Yeah, well, you know when we was having a pint the other day, blah, blah, oh, she look at him do that. They'll distract you
From what's happening.
They'll call good shots from
one person, not the other.
But when the other person gets good shots back to him, they start talking about the weather, they start talking about the pint, they start talking about their wives.
Well, they just don't say anything.
Oh, that was a good shot there. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah. I don't think it's a black and white thing, no.
No.
I don't think it's a black and white thing.
It's a bias
it might be a bias thing, but let's be honest. If I'm like, Fury is a better fighter than Wilder, just plain and simple. He is. He's a better fighter than him. And the more times that they fight, the less likely Wilder's going to win.
Why?
Because not even that. Because Fury's a thinker fighter, he's a thinker boxer, and Wilder is just pure power, like country power. He's just got that dumb strength, just natural power. He's so small, not small, like skinny. His legs don't make sense, but his punching force is crazy. If you have someone who's a thinker fighter, they may get shocked with it the first time. The second time, they're going to figure it out more. And the third time, by the third fight, you probably don't really have a chance.
It's like when you spar with someone. You go back to your corner and think, what did I do wrong? Okay, cool. He does this and he does this. I need to avoid that shot and need to avoid that. When you've done, what have they done? 12 rounds. Then they go back, they assist the video. Oh yeah, shit, I need one does this. Most of the time, he's not going to really change his style to that. Very rare you're going to change his style. He might adapt a little bit, but it's not really going to change his style. Once you get a hit, you revert back to type. What I mean by that is that you go back to your old school sense of how you box. I'm going to just wing, throw. So all I need to do is get under your skin, give you a couple of shots, give you a hard shot, then I know I've got it.
I mean,
I might not knock you out, but I know I've got you.
mm,
And I know now I'm in control. Now I can have fun. Like I did the last of them, but just a little bit better.
if you guys could choose, you guys are like based, I'd say primarily Dubai and Romania.
Yeah.
Right? Would you say that? Dubai, Romania is your base.
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer? If you had to choose.
That's a good question. That's really hard. I really came to love Romania. I really did. I think
I've never been there. What's there to love about it?
there's a lot of different environments in which you can experience in Romania. You can have Bucharest, which is a bit more lively, a bit more of a city, and then you can go to the mountains and experience that. Then you've got like the Dracula castles and the small towns. There's so much you can do. It really is like you can go to the mountains and ski, or you can go into like a cabin. The seasons are very. Yeah, the seasons are set nice. Summer.
Summer, autumn, winter, spring.
Got it.
Summer, autumn. You got season.
Got it.
Carry on, sorry. So
Whereas Dubai, it's amazing because it's so efficient. And there's, if I want to go out now to a shisha bar, yeah, you can do that in Bucharest too, though.
you.
But just how efficient they are here, bro. Like literally, if you
So
wanted,
efficient.
yeah, if you wanted your car filled up, you can go on an app without going downstairs and get petrol while you're sitting at home.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing like
Simple.
this. There's nothing like this. They're building new buildings here. How often? When's the last time you've seen a new building in England or Romania? Like buildings are going up here all the time. It looks like a utopia.
Yeah.
Like when you look at it, like, oh wow. Now that probably comes with its dark patches, like every country does. But you just experience luxury here all the time. Romania has its downfalls because like sometimes the service is slow. I had a Rolex watch, right, that I bought for the boys because I lost their bag of like goods that was worth like $50,000
40 grand.
Where'd you lose it?
on a train. So stupid.
You left it on the train.
You didn't know about that.
This is the first time I've heard about
Louis
this.
Vuitton. You don't know about the Louis Vuitton bag.
Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton.
When was this?
This is about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
2 years ago now. Must be.
Yeah.
No way.
So I lost this bag on a train.
It was 50K worth of stuff in there.
Yeah. And
lighter, a lighter,
and 20 grand solid
lighter, and then
30 grand
cigarette
case made of pure gold.
You could have fixed that with insurance.
No, I didn't. I lost it on the day I picked it up. But anyway, long story short, right?
You should have called me.
I should.
I could have fixed that with
No,
insurance.
I lost it in the UK.
I could have fixed it even better. I could have fixed that with insurance.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. Well, now we know.
And next, because he loses stuff.
No, I don't lose stuff all the time. There will be no next time. But I bought a watch.
You could still probably do it.
I don't think so now.
You could still
But
do it.
I bought the boys a watch because I asked them to let me pay him back, and I was like, no. I was like, bro, that's not something I can just live with. And he's like, no, it's nothing to us. And I'm like, I get it. I understand that, but now I'm responsible. I feel like I'm responsible for that. I can't just allow that to just be and be like, oh, okay, they've got it. Like it's not how my brain works.
Yeah.
So I bought them this watch, and I took it to Rolex in Romania to get like serviced and cleaned and like made immaculate, basically. And because I wanted to get diamonds in it and stuff, so I was getting it prepped. Bro, they had the watch for what?
6 months, 7 months.
6 to 8 months. Right? And then I took this watch to go get serviced here. Like, mate, and it took like 3 days.
Yeah.
I was like, how the
Diamond replaced.
yeah,
Fully clean.
Yeah.
everything.
Fully serviced.
Yeah. It's different.
It was just so crazy.
It's different.
It was so crazy. And then I ended up, when I got the watch back, I brought it back here and I got diamonds set in it. What? 5 days?
5 days.
And then I was able to gift it to them on the jet, which was really cool. That was a cool piece. And that's going to be like a centerpiece when the yacht's done. They're going to put that in the center.
No way.
Yeah.
Sick.
But it was cool.
What he done to it was actually sick.
It was cool.
I feel the same way about the two. You got pros and cons to both.
But you're here now.
Yeah.
You decided this is
this is the pros and cons.
Yeah.
Okay. Romania, for me, I can't do the business that I can do here. That's
Sure.
number one.
Yep.
Number two, the efficiency here.
This is a luxury state, bro.
Yeah, it is 10 times better, but it can have its downfalls as well. Romania has what Marcel has. You can jump in your car. For me, I like greenery. I like greenery and I like good food. Romania, number one, has got better food than here. 10 times better than here.
For real.
For me, yeah.
Quality. He loves quality.
Restaurant?
Yeah.
You haven't got a Caribbean restaurant. You got an African restaurant, which is not that good, but you haven't got a Caribbean restaurant. That's the only thing that's missing. But like, you go and have a steak in the best restaurant, the best beach club, pay, I don't know, 1,000, 1,600 AED for it. You can pay half that and a little bit less for the best restaurant or there and thereabouts in Bucharest.
It's fresh.
10 times better.
True.
Because it's organic. So, yeah, it's Australian steak. Bro, come here. Is that from Australia? Did you import that? I got it from the local butchers down the road. I like that then, please.
Got it.
Do you know another thing is a big difference between Dubai and like almost the rest of the world is that technically here's a police state when you think about it. Like you have cameras all the time. People fear committing crimes here, which is how it should be because you want your safety, right? But they use that police state to make you feel safe. So, no, we don't pay tax, but the king has his say.
Yeah.
And that's it. And he doesn't take tax from you. He doesn't try to take your money or steal from you or whatever. It's done. That you have a element of safety here. I feel like the police state is about safety here. Whereas I feel like when you go to like Europe and other places, is also trying to be a police state, but they have like loads of crime and everything is designed to almost take money out of your pocket. That's the difference here. I feel like here you feel protected, whereas everywhere else you feel like they're after me.
Yeah.
Like they're your enemy.
But if you
There's no safer place to feel warmer in Dubai, bro.
no,
Like, just peace of mind wherever you go. Doesn't matter what time you go. Doesn't matter when you leave your shit. Like,
I'd never wear this in the UK.
no,
Never.
that's not worth it.
I don't wear any.
And I roll with goons sometimes when I'm in the UK.
And you fit in there because everyone dresses like a goon there.
No,
right? Especially in Australia, like shoes are optional in Australia.
Yeah, so like I roll with people who they're not running around doing mad crimes, but they're on smoke. If it was that, it's that. But even then, it's if the opportunity is there, someone will try to. And I'm not looking to get stabbed over something material. I have family and friends that love that I'm not trying to leave in the dark. And here, I'm so confident when I wear my stuff. I don't even think about it. Wow. In the UK, I'm like, I can't wear that.
I mean, in Romania, it's exactly the same if we're doing a comparison between the two.
Yes, but I'll be honest, in Romania, remember, we actually, if we're being honest, we get to experience the higher life. That's why.
Yeah, but even so, you can still go and wear a watch. Anybody can wear a watch. Anybody can drive a nice car. I can leave my car in Romania pretty much anywhere in Romania and it will not get touched. Same with you.
But think about where we're going.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I guarantee if you looked into it.
I know for a fact I can leave my car. Okay, not in the deepest, darkest ghettos of Romania. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, you're fair. But in places where it's not as nice as where we live. Okay, so it's a couple of classes down from where we live. Let's say that. Because I have to.
Yeah. But if something happened in Romania, if I did get robbed, what's the likeliness of me getting my stuff back?
Yeah.
Right. Look at what we're talking about today.
You just call me, we'll do insurance.
Huh?
Insurance sorted out, bro.
No, but think about it. In what we're talking about today when we were saying like someone was thrown off of a building here.
Yeah.
Before that person obviously done that and tried to escape. Within 2 hours, they're caught.
Yeah.
So even though it is under heavy surveillance, it's there for your protection. And you feel like that.
Yeah.
You feel safe that if something happened, I can rely on these people to do their job. Whereas I don't feel like you get that much other places. If something happened and we called the police in Romania, we do not feel like they're going to do their absolute best.
No, that's true. That's true.
It's not.
That's true.
But if you were driving and you was doing 10 miles an hour over the thingy, there's a policeman there and he's got you on camera and he's taking your money.
Don't know about Romania. I've never been. Hoss, are you able to get the guy to bring more coal? Do you guys need more coal?
Yeah, I think so.
I need more coal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'll tell you something.
But that said, it is super nice.
I'll tell you something.
I love it.
I got to check it out. When you stay in Dubai for too long, it makes you super spoiled.
Yes.
So, like, I went back home to Australia, and there's this place we always go to. It's called Turkish Kitchen, right? And they make kebabs. Nothing special. It's greasy, but nostalgia, right? It's where you and the boys always go. And we're outside, and there's a homeless guy sitting there eating his kebab. He's homeless, like, government pays him, $500 a week, whatever it is, and the kebab's like $9. And my boy just sits next to him like it's normal. And I was like, bro, I'm not sitting there. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm not sitting next to a homeless guy. What do you mean? Like, he's like, just sitting and eat your food. And then I'm looking at the food. I'm like, I'm not eating that. Like, I just became a princess.
Because this is a luxury city. It really is.
I couldn't do it. And it made me realize. And have you seen how clean the toilets here are?
Yeah.
I always judged places by the toilets. And Romania has some places that are very, very clean toilets as well. But when you go into the toilets in Dubai, it's next level.
Yeah. Have you seen Fashion Ave toilets in Dubai Mall? Fashion Ave section?
Yeah.
It's like first class lounge. It's rooms. Every toilet is a room. You go in there and there's towels. I got to take you there, bro. It's amazing. It's like first class.
See, what other city you're going to say, like, I need to take you to the toilet to show
Exactly.
you? Pause, bro. Crazy, bro. I just caught what you're trying to do, bro.
That's a big pause. That's a big pause.
Forget the pause, but it's like anything. It's like pretty much everywhere you go in Dubai.
Yeah, it's nice.
Like, you go into the toilets and you've got someone in there cleaning the toilets.
Yeah.
Hand towels.
Yeah.
Plus normal towels.
Yeah.
So
toilets, they clean look how often they clean the streets.
Yeah. I'll tell you something Marcel doesn't like about Dubai. It's the women of the night.
Yeah.
He does not like that.
I'm not a fan of that, no.
And yeah, they do ruin the scene, don't they?
Yeah, like, I think so.
And it's funny when tourists come and they don't know, they're kind of like, oh man, every girl here wants me.
That was me, bro. Remember, I walked in, I was like, yo, all these girls are on, man. I'm killing it. Radim's like, yeah.
Best cover here was on.
Radim was like, you sure? I was like, bro, all the girls are watching me, bro. All of them. He's like, yeah, go talk to one. I was like, oh, shit. Okay, it's not what I thought.
I think that's one of the things that I think they ruin themselves. Again, to women, I think they could ruin themselves, and I think they've ruined Dubai.
Well, I mean,
obviously they're making money, right? So fair play to them, but they've ruined themselves as women.
I'm going to show you a photo, and here's the thing: this photo that I'm going to show you is a screenshot of a girl, and this girl, right? We're going to blur out her name and stuff like that, but like, and we'll put the screenshot on the screen so the viewers can see. And this girl, normal girl, she has a job, right? She's not lady of the night, as I like to say, right? But she's been ruined, and she's been ruined in the sense of it's just so difficult to find a wife here because these guys, a normal girl will have sex with a guy who's a billionaire or a multimillionaire, and he grew up not getting any girls, so he'll have sex with anyone he can, but he has no right giving this girl any attention. Right now, this girl has an inflated ego,
expectation,
and standard, right? And standard's the word for this photo right here. Look at this photo, right? Look at this photo. She went on a first date. She goes, first date standards officially upgraded. A dinner and an iPhone. # slay. New baseline unlocked. Cancel the bare minimum.
Do you know what's funny about that?
How's the next guy that takes her on a date?
No, but that's exactly why she does it. It is high-class prostitution. That's exactly why she does it. Because she wants someone to see that and be like, if I go on a date with her, I have to do this thing. Because if that was the case, why are you broadcasting it?
True.
Why don't you keep it to yourself and be like, okay, now I know that this is my dating standard. You're doing that because you know that you're an attractive lady. The people who you're dating are going to see this, or who you're trying to date is going to see this, and you want them to gift you. And when they gift you, what are you going to give them? Because no one's just giving you an iPhone to say, here, have this, good night.
She now has an obligation that I need to pay him back, some way, form.
Yeah.
Or she feels like if she does, then she'll get more from it.
No, it's not about more from him. It's the next guy. Because this is how the guy giving her the phone thinks. Is like, to me, this is nothing.
Yeah.
So here, I'm gonna bang, and then I'm not gonna speak or see you again. So she has to think of the next way to get it from someone else. Because he's no longer just gonna keep giving her that attention.
Yeah.
Of course he's not.
Correct.
But then that is the, if we look at it, that is a lot of girls in Dubai. You've got to buy me flowers. You've got to do me this. You've got to do that. I don't have to do shit.
Tell me that thing you told me the other day. Tell me that story. There was a girl, and you're like,
So there was a girl last year that I met. And it was, okay, cool. Let's meet for a coffee because I'm pretty chilled. Let's meet for coffee or some lunch. Now you got to take me to dinner. Why do I need to take you to dinner? Why do I need to take you for dinner? Well, because I expect men to take me out for dinner. I was like, okay, cool. So do you want to actually get to know me or the rest of, I think it was along those lines.
you said, are you more interested in me or the restaurant?
Yeah.
Which is so true. It's like, are you actually looking for love, or do you just want to go to a fancy restaurant and take a photo?
Business, bro. It's business for them.
But society has convinced these girls that it's better to get an iPhone that will cost $100 to make in China than to find a husband, to have children and have a loving family and have a child's love.
Yeah.
They choose the iPhone than having a child's love.
The connection with modern day girls now is so hard to actually get them to actually be into you as opposed to be into what they can get from you.
Do you want to know the funniest thing? I guarantee you the person she's actually fucking and who she actually likes gives her fuck all.
Yeah.
Gives her nothing.
Well, I know that guy. And she says, yeah, no worries, but like, we're not going to do it unless you book a hotel room. I want to go to this
She
hotel.
don't like him. He's a monetary necessity for her.
Mm.
She doesn't like him. The guy that she likes doesn't have to give her anything.
Right.
I'm telling you that now.
True.
But is it the girl's fault?
It's a mix between the two. No, I think the women set the standards and the men play the game.
But women are so they're so easy to manipulate, and they're so easy to corrupt.
Yes.
Women are so easy to corrupt. They can fall for it. And then it becomes a disease within women.
Yeah. I think that it never used to be that way. I think there was more women that had like standards. I think that standard has dropped massively. And because of that, we're seeing more people that are understanding that it's okay, or they think that society makes it okay if you're fucking someone just for money. That's what happens. But I tell you what's funny about that is that they'll be the first people to say like, this person abused me and blah, 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 or this person is making me feel this way. It's emotional abuse and da-da-da. It's like, that's the whole reason you was there in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that someone who's given you all this monetary value and all these gifts and everything doesn't feel like they own you in some way? He views you as a prized possession because you acted like a prized possession.
True.
You can't be mad for a man treating you like a trophy when you act like a trophy.
Yeah. What if there's no ice cream buyers? There'd be no ice cream shops.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like if there's nobody having ice cream, there'd be no ice cream shops. So it's supply and demand.
Exactly. But I do think that the women set the bar of what that is. Because if you really like a girl, right, and she's like to you, listen, I'm not just someone who's going to give you box because you give me gifts, then you're going to give her the attention and love and affection that she wants to get what you want, right? But if you know that it's just as simple as giving her money or giving her gifts, you just give her money and give her gifts. You don't have to work on character or charisma or morals and principles because that's not necessary. So they decide what they receive. They make that decision, especially beautiful women. They are in control of what happens. We just played the game.
Mm.
That's how I view it.
Some of us play the game.
No, I'm just men in general. They just play the game. That's handed. The same thing with the taxi man and the boats and the cars. He's like, okay, I want to bang a pretty girl. How do I do that? Pretend like I have money. Pretend I have financial gain. And he's an old man, and he's banging 3 or 4 models. Then they realize, oh, this guy has nothing, but it's too late. He got what he wanted.
Yeah.
They set the bar for that.
Yeah. Yeah. True. They're just playing the game that they set.
Yeah. That's how I view it.
It's getting worse and worse as well.
Yeah.
100%.
And I think it's sad because the family value drops in those situations.
Correct.
I had a question, actually, talking about family. Can a woman bring up from a girl into a lady and...
A single woman?
Yeah. Turn a girl to a lady and a boy to a man. And I'm going to ask a question in reverse as well. I'm asking that question to you too.
Well, look, I was lucky enough to have both my parents, but if I was to think about it, I would think it would be very difficult for a woman to raise a man. Vice versa as well. It'd be very difficult for a man to raise a woman. But it'd be easy for a man to raise a boy and a woman to raise a daughter.
I think it's easier for a man to raise a woman than it is for a woman to raise a man.
Sure.
I think that a man can do both. Right? Because a man can turn a boy into a man through, obviously, his experiences, etc. And he can install principles into this girl, turn her into a lady. So this is what you should do. This is what you shouldn't do. This is how you keep standards. This is how you shouldn't keep your standards. For a boy, you've got to do this. You've got to do that. As a man, you've got to do this. You've got to do that. So it'd be easier for a single man. I think, personally, comments below, a man can do both. Because of the standards that he'll set for his daughter.
Yeah.
And the standards that he'll set for his boy. Whereas a woman, if she's going to go by an emotional thing, can she raise a girl into a lady? Yes, if she's got the support mechanism of a man to support her. Can she turn a boy into a man? Hell no. I don't think so. Personally.
It's tough. I feel like my mum done an amazing job, so it's hard for me.
And that's what I was going to say. Your mum did do an amazing job, but did you have any male kind of uncles?
I had a very interesting mix, actually. So I had a big brother, Kurt. He's up.
Yeah.
I think you've met him. I don't know if you have. Tall.
He was at the fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
showed
yeah.
me a photo.
That's pussy, by the way. Yeah, because I can lift more than you. And you're 6'4" or 5" and 115 kilograms. And you still haven't come back to me yet. Yeah, okay, you're a pussy. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
But I had him as an example for me. So a lot of my male traits or thought processes and how I viewed things was because I looked up to him. So I did actually have a male figure, and he wasn't even that much older than me. He's only like 5 years older than me. Is that quite a lot?
That's enough.
I guess that's enough.
That's enough.
But so I kind of saw how he was, and then his parents have always been together. So I used to also his principle and moral came from that. So I had something I would see, and my mum done a great job of supporting me with as much as she could and giving me as much as she could, and she would never like disrespect or talk bad about my dad, even though as much as I love my dad, he didn't do what he was supposed to do as a man. He didn't. My mum did everything by herself. Everything I have was because my mum instilled that into me. But I did have a male role model that I looked up to, who I would model myself off of. So a lot of the things that I used to think came from his grounding. So it's, yes, a single mother did it, but I had a support system around.
Yeah. So I had very similar to my parents. My parents were apart when I was 6 years old. I think I was 6, 7 years old. And I was with my mum until I was the age of 15. Then when I went with my dad was more of a, okay, big man. You're a big man now. Okay, so take responsibility for what you have to do. Do you know what I mean? So I remember one particular time I got expelled from college. Punched someone up. Went into the office. You either leave or you get expelled. It's the headmaster. My dad didn't say a word. He said nothing. I was a bit shocked, actually, because on the flip side of that, if it was my mum, I would have got a ass beating. But like, my dad was like, okay, cool. I was like, turns to him, I was like, Dad, what? He was like, so you've made your bed, laying there, made your decision on what you want to do, moving forward, and get on with it. Same thing when I got into a fight outside. I was at a police station, got locked up in a cell. I was threatened about what my dad was going to say. Getting didn't say that. Looked to me, son, you made your bed, lie in it. Take responsibility for your actions. Do you know what I mean? And from that point onwards, I'm like, okay, cool. There's a level of, for me, there was a level of, I'm never going to disrespect my dad again because it'd be probably detrimental to me, or I'm not going to try and get myself into any trouble because it's going to be detrimental for me long term. Because as much as he gave me a roof over my head, he gave me food, he gave me all the necessities that I needed to do for me to progress. But it was up to me as a man, because I was 15 years old, 16 years old. I had to make my path. I had to kind of draw my path up. And I think the best time when I really got to know my dad was when we went to Jamaica, and it was me, my dad, and my granddad sitting on the veranda, and we must have been talking live for about 4 or 5 hours, sipping on some rum for cocoa. It was the most beautiful thing ever. And that's when I really, really got to know my dad. And we are now like brothers. You with my dad about everything and anything.
See, my dad was just a good example of what not to do. Like that's what I use my dad as. He was an example, because I'm like super reflective and super observative. Like, I'll look how things affect people, why they act that way. Is there a way to change it? Is there stuff that if I do something, even if I have an argument with someone, even if I think I'm right, I always think like, what steps could I have taken to make that a different outcome where the other person is not hurt? And that probably, softer side probably comes from my mum. But my dad, I used to see my dad with my other brothers and sisters and identify certain things, like with how my sister responds to things. But that's because dad's absent here, or he's only around when something goes wrong. That's when my dad would call me like, you need to speak to your brother, da, 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 da. And I'm like, if I'm only on the phone to my brother every time something goes wrong, then I'm just a anchor for him of bad things that happen. What about the support? What about speaking to him? Like, bro, why did that happen? Trying to understand where he came from. Those things I didn't get from my dad. I would watch his behavior and be like, I remember how I would feel when my dad wouldn't do nothing, but my mum would be the one that would come and sometimes my mum might have been too emotional sometimes. So you have to understand the balance. So my dad was a good example for me of what not to do. Why does my brothers and sisters have a negative experience with my dad? What was it? And then you find the same patterns. And I'm grateful, to be honest, that he was the way he was, because I got to realize things that I didn't want people that I love to experience. So I then became a father figure for a lot of my brothers and sisters, because I would look at my dad and be like, he does that wrong, and that's the outcome of that. How can I change that? And then I would always feel like I was protecting my family. That's the one thing I've always wanted to do, is protect them. It was funny, when I was a kid, I used to say all the time, they'd be like, what do you want to do when you're older? And I'm like, I want to save the world. And everyone would laugh. They'd be like, do you want to be like a superhero? And I was like, nah, trust me, one day I'm going to save the world. One day I'm going to save the world. And I feel like in the current climate we're at, where we have these type of conversations and we kind of dive into how like men think and how we can put our best foot forward, understanding like masculine energy is not toxic, and it's okay to demand a certain standard from your woman, from your family, from your relationships. I do feel like by having these conversations, we are moving towards healing the world. And this is why visionary, when you were talking about before, is important. Because as a kid, I'm always like, I want to save the world. And everyone would think it means putting on a cape. But sometimes saving the world is just being able to have a conversation that sparks an imagination in someone else that changes the trajectory of everything. So you can do it, and that's why I like to be in these positions I'm in now. I don't turn down conversations. Like, I get loads of weird conversations on Instagram because some people are weird, but I don't turn people away straight away because I think, what if they don't have someone who they can speak to? What if this one conversation changes the trajectory of how they think? What if I save this one person's life and they can go on to do amazing things? So I think you can be the superhero for as much people as you get in contact with, and the vision of that starts at a very young age. But again, you have to have an action plan. You have to have a way to achieve that goal. So I love my dad. Don't get twisted. He's still my dad, and he's done many things for me that I love and appreciate. But he was a very good example of what not to do. And I use that in my everyday life now.
I was going to say, on top of that, like with mine, because when you were talking about the good things and the bad things, I was going to actually mention that I get phone calls from my dad, and now I've random phone calls. This is what I absolutely love about my dad. Because it doesn't matter whether now we've got to a stage here, it doesn't matter whether things are going good or things are going bad. It doesn't really make a difference. I still go home with him. But it's that positive for, how you doing? How you getting on with this? How you getting on that? He's inquiring how I'm getting on with my life, what I'm doing. And there's a support mechanism. It's like him getting a roof over my head. It's that support mechanism. It's always there. And he doesn't need to, it doesn't, like when you're talking about, he's always there in the bad. Well, there's never ever always been there in the bad. He's been there on the both. And when I look back at it now, he's always been there. Like, I can't think of anything bad happening where he's actually said so. It's always been a positive. Like even now, over the past, I don't know, however long, just random phone calls. Yeah, son, how you doing? Yeah, cool. What's up, Dad? Nothing. Just wanted to call to chat to you.
Yeah, but that's super important. That's the thing I didn't have. So it's not. I don't want to sit here and act like my dad was like a bad person. He wasn't. He didn't like do anything horrible. But being absent and making your children feel like if something goes wrong, they don't have a shelter or a shield has an effect, especially on female children. Because my sisters is where I see it happen the most. Like my middle, she's like the middle sister. She's older than me, but there's got a sister older than her. But even with the relationship she has now with like people, sometimes I can tell she's looking for that father figure that she feels that she missed. Absence has a massive effect on people. And being there doesn't always just mean like you're there every second. It's just that whenever your children need you, you will make sure you're there. You make sure that you have that effort. Whereas my dad was only there when they've gone to school, they're getting in trouble. Now he's on the phone shouting at you like, what about ringing him and just making sure that he's okay? How is school? How's that experience for you?
Also being there when you're not expecting it to be there. And that's what I get.
Yeah.
So I'll be out, and if my dad rings, I see my phone. It sounds bad, but I wouldn't necessarily pick up the phone at that point in time because I know for a fact how this conversation is going to go.
Yeah.
Whoever I'm with, forget about talking to you for an hour because I got to talk to my dad because it's going to be an hour conversation. So I'll call you back later because it's not even about it.
Yeah.
It sounds really bad, but not picking up the phone or picking up the phone and saying, I'll call you back later is exactly the same as me not picking up the phone, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I'm going to call him back and I'm going to say,
He knows you're busy.
yeah. And he understands it. And when I call him back, sorry, I didn't pick up the phone. No, don't worry about it. I'm just calling to see you. Okay, cool. And then that's the conversation. That's an hour. I blot out an hour.
So yeah, you can have that time.
When my dad calls, or if I call my dad, it's an hour of my free time because that conversation could go on for an hour. It could go on for 45 minutes, it could go on for half.
Yeah, you're catching up.
Yeah, but I guarantee you it's going to be in that space.
Yeah.
We've not ever spoken to each other on the phone for a quick 10 minutes, apart from the other day when he just rang up, said just thank you for you going over to him and seeing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I'm heading off to Jamaica. Okay, cool. So have a good time. I'm just in here. Call you when I get back. That was the shortest conversation we've had in probably the past 5 years.
Well, see, from my experience, sometimes I think it's like you guys had like more of an absent father,
Yeah.
right? I had both of them there, but my mum had mental health issues, right? My mum's been into the mental institution a few times, and she was always in bed. Like I would go and pick up my sister from school because she was depressed in bed. She couldn't get out of bed. So I raised my sister, right? But like, there was obviously a lot of trauma and stuff like that. A lot of like crazy things that would happen. Like I would stop her from killing herself when I was a kid, right? 7 years old, stuff like that. Sometimes you think not being there is better because you're saving yourself from the trauma. I would have preferred if I had someone like that absent rather than there traumatizing every day.
Do you think that had an effect on your relationship with women today?
I'd probably say yeah, but I don't know how. Is that why I love the crazy girls?
Maybe. Do you?
Do you like crazy girls?
I like different girls. I don't like girls that are painted with the same brush, the same nose, the same lips, the same attitude, the same. I like different.
Good luck.
Something interesting.
2026, bro. They all got the same face, same makeup, same lips, same everything, bro.
All of them. You can pinpoint the doctor they all went to.
Yeah,
The girls are the same doctor. So I like different girls. I like something interesting, different. That was probably my humor is a big one. I needed someone that can banter.
Yeah,
That's
a quality that's ranked high for you.
I know guys here in Dubai that like they've just literally got their girl. They cannot say a word and they just arm candy and they just go there. I've seen her 7 times now. I don't know anything about her, but she's told to come sit there and be quiet,
Be pretty.
be pretty. That's not for me. I don't enjoy that.
Me neither. I don't either.
No.
I enjoy understanding someone's brain, how they think, why they think that way. Look at their flaws. Why do you think that way? And I like teaching people. I enjoy that. I like a woman who I can teach something to.
You've got to be able to conversate. And this that goes back to me saying, or what we were saying about, like, do you want the restaurant or do you want to know me? Because personally, I want to know you.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about restaurants.
Yeah.
All women are capable of being cunts, though.
Oh,
For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
always fear a woman's revenge.
Yeah.
Always fear a woman's revenge.
So the one thing about women, I would say, a common trait in all women, they're selfish. They're all selfish. Whenever they're upset about something or or they only consider how they feel in that moment.
Exactly.
They do not consider,
But, and also, women always land on their feet.
You think?
Women always land on their feet. There's always going to be another guy that's going to save her.
Yeah, but is she truly going to be?
Yeah, but for how long?
Yeah, exactly.
There'll be another guy after that.
Yeah, but then we'll get to. This is what I'm trying to say. But if you do that and you're just jumping around, at some point you're going to be sad and lonely. And when you're old and your face no longer pays the bills for you, what do you do? Who looks after you? Who's going to care? The only other man after your father who would genuinely love you with zero conditions is your husband. Everyone else wants wants your box.
Andrew said, men are in love, women are in business.
Yeah, because a man would never date down. A woman would never date down. Women look at men as accessories almost, in a way. Like, you talk about those guys that you have there where their woman is just like sitting there and being pretty or whatever. Like, I get that. But in most cases, a man will date someone who doesn't have a great job and willing to bring them up. You think a millionaire woman's broke me into her house and looking after me and making sure I'm good? Absolutely fucking not. We love unconditionally.
If we met a hot girl that worked in a flipping department store, was earning whatever she was earning, just about living fairly okay, we would still like her and still love her in exactly the same way. Flip the script. That shit ain't handy.
And the moment that they feel we will sit there and be unhappy, but be like, do you know what? This is the decision we've made, and this is the family, and blah, blah, blah. Moment a woman's unhappy, she leaves.
She's out.
She'll leave.
It's facts. Statistically, it's
How many times have you seen online, like, yeah, I was with this dude, and then he lost his job, and I was like, oh, it was too much pressure for me. Like what?
You.
You want to sit there in his highlights,
Yeah, exactly.
but when it's hard, ready to bounce.
He's ready to bounce.
Because they can. Put a bit of makeup, out they go. Next man.
Yeah. There's actually a reel that I've actually seen on Instagram, I think, about this. What you just said. Let me pull it up. And we'll put it on the camera so everyone can see it as well.
Is love-hate relationship to a whole new level. It is called the date till you hate them theory. So forget therapy and tough conversations. This strategy says to let all of your partner's annoying habits and red flags just pile up until you're so utterly disgusted that the breakup is basically a breeze. The idea, you can't miss someone you genuinely cannot stand. Now, supporters say it's the ultimate clean break, a foolproof way to leave without a single lingering feeling. But experts are calling it out for what it really is, a toxic, cruel, and cowardly way to drag out the pain. It's not a brilliant exit. It's just emotional sabotage. So is this a genius hack or just seriously messed up? Let us know what you think in the comments. And don't forget our live news and more.
Who's more like...
Date them until you hate them.
Yeah, but who's more likely to do that? A man or a woman?
Woman.
Woman.
Correct. So that's the theory behind a woman. Because that all they want to do is they make an excuse when they're out. Whereas a man, I think he would, like what you said, try and resolve situations, try and make situations better for the household if you're living there, if you've got children, try and resolve things so they can be a little bit better. A woman will just say, no, I don't like this, and this. See that?
Where's the longevity in that?
Exactly. There is none.
Where's the how does the family get built from that?
Sure.
It's so short. It's such a short-sighted vision. It's ridiculous. And this is what I mean. Like you're gonna do that. You're gonna rack up bodies and numbers, and each time you do that as a woman, your value is going to go down and down and down and down. And you're going to get a point where you're like, you know what? I actually want to be in a serious relationship because, let's be honest, there's going to be younger, hotter girls that are going to be available. So you'll keep doing that, and then you'll realize that your opportunity to date will get smaller and smaller and smaller because you're getting older, and they'll be like, okay, well, I can just date someone younger. And then you create a space where you're completely disposable. Where's the longevity in that? You're just going to end up sad, lonely, with cats.
Divorce is going to become inevitable.
I don't think so. I actually think marriage won't even happen at some point. Marriage is going to deplete. Families is going to deplete. And this is all part of, for me, the agenda to depopulate and decrease the population on this earth. Is because if you stop people having children and families, then eventually that number is going to dwindle down, and there's going to be, do you know who's going to fill that spot? AI robots. Because
AI girlfriends.
AI girlfriends. Because what happens when they make a robot who does exactly what you want them to do, looks exactly how you want them to, says the things you want them to say, and then they find a way to take your sperm and grow. Where does that end for women? If you make yourself completely disposable, because then you're removing the human element of why you enjoy a relationship. Where's the love, the tenderness, the kindness, the bond, that sense of peace that we say that we need? I'm not going to get it from you, so I'm going to get it from this.
Yeah. And a lot of these guys are going to say, listen, I've got a maid, I've got this, what do I need you for?
Exactly.
Right? Like this guy, this is another reel, right? To add to your point, right? Look at this. There's this thing now where it's called the soft guy era, right? Let me play it for you.
And bill comes and I look at it and I say, it was so good to see you and everything. She don't pick up the bill. And she said, oh, you're not going to pay for it? I said, what? Drizzle, I'm not going to pay for anything. That's giving me an ick. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you be paying for the bill. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I got ready. Like, my suit cost like thousands of dollars. My cologne cost a couple thousand. Like, I got ready and showed up. Like, I don't know what you're on, but I'm in my soft guy era. Drizzle. So I'm just trying to make sure that you understand that what's happening here is that you need to really put out. I don't know really what you're talking about, but you need to say your role, because I got a maid, chef, I got an assistant. I don't really need a woman. So if you're broke, you can just say so, but I had to go ahead and block her. I was not going back home with her. You know, being a soft guy era, continue to be a soft guy era because we are not lowering our standards. Find someone who would do better.
Do you know, do you know why it's funny? Because it sounds so ridiculous because his voice is deep and he's a dude. That's the only reason why. If a girl said that same thing, you'd be like, woman, clock that tea, go, girl, get your thing.
Yeah.
It sounds ridiculous because it's a man, and whenever a man does anything, he has to answer for it in reality. When a woman does something, she can answer for it in fantasy. The reality is, if a dude was doing that, he would be ridiculed, not only by women, but by other men.
Correct.
We understand what the reality is. The reality is that a man and a woman is not built the same. Equality doesn't mean that we do the same things. It means that what we do has equal value. That's the difference. The reason why I protect you and I look after you and I make sure is because I've been equipped with the frame to do that. So I tend to do that. But women sit there and think they're almost entitled to these things. Like a woman could literally say that exact same thing and it would be praised.
Yeah.
At
100%.
one point, when are we going to be serious? If I am doing all these things, the same standard you have for me is the standard that I have for my woman. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with saying that I want my woman to dress a certain way? What is wrong with that? That's not control. Is it control when you say, I don't get with someone and let's say make a certain amount of money? Or if he doesn't buy me stuff, is that control then? Like, pick your poison, man. When it comes to a man, it literally gets flipped on his head and we get zero benefits of the doubt.
Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah.
We have to try it.
No, we have to try that. Drizzle.
Oh, with the drizzle in it. Come on. Obviously, well, like, prepare the end. Like, that whole scenario has to be played out for at least minimum 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, do it.
My watch cost to get my hair done. Do you know how long it took me to get my hair done? It was like 3 hours. I ain't lying.
See how quickly gender roles return when you say some shit like that. See how quickly.
That's probably a good medicine for them.
That's it.
Do you know the thing is, they wouldn't understand.
No.
They wouldn't get the point you're making. Because it doesn't serve them. So they wouldn't get the point you're making.
Let's look at some more reels. You guys want to look at some more reels?
Let's go.
A pregnancy in order to defraud a former star of The Bachelor is now facing some new charges.
Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell says Laura Michelle Owens has been indicted for allegedly making a false claim of pregnancy involving a second victim. Investigators say Owens faked documents to back up her claim after a brief relationship ended in 2021. She now faces multiple felonies, including perjury, fraud, forgery, and identity theft. These new charges come in addition to ones tied to former Bachelor star Clayton Eckerd. Owens is already accused of altering an ultrasound, lying under oath, and faking a pregnancy video. She filed a paternity suit against Eckerd back in 2023, later claimed she suffered a miscarriage, but a judge later ruled that the claim was false. She is facing 14 felony charges in total for 2 cases. The Eckerd case trial is set to begin January 2026.
They're a crazy.
She's gonna bust case, by the way, just so you know. She's gonna bust case. She'll get a smack on the wrist for that.
Because women land on their feet.
They don't get judged the same way we do in reality. They just don't. There's a girl now who just got in trouble in Jamaica because she decided to carry drugs over for her boyfriend or whatever. And she's sitting there saying, "Oh, I didn't know. Like he didn't tell me what was in the shoes or whatever." But they're not going to look at it and be like, "Okay, you chartered drugs from one place to another." Like, that's a huge felony. If that was a man, full blunt of the law.
Oh yeah,
Full blunt of the law with
hatred.
With hatred, yeah. They don't have to answer for what they do. They never do.
No.
Even if you look at a simple case like this, let's say me and a woman get intimate and I get her pregnant. If she doesn't want to have the kid, she doesn't have to answer for that. She can just get rid of it and that's that, right? But if I don't want the kid, I don't have the option to opt out at all. Why?
What's biology?
But if she wants the kid and I don't want the kid, Why can't I just say, okay, well, you have the kid and you're responsible for that child? We don't get to live in that reality. A woman can be like, no matter even if I want the child, I'd be like, look, have the child. And she'd be like, no, get rid of it. We both done the same thing, but the repercussions are different for her than to me.
100%.
She never has to answer for it. And if she does have the child, what does she get? She gets, in England, she'll get house, government, child support.
Everything.
Even if I don't want the child, she still gets to take my money.
Yeah.
Like they always get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people, that's where a lot of this resentment comes, because there's so many people that fight for their children or to try to be a part of their child's life. And the law is so biased and leans towards the woman so much that in some cases, there's not really much the man can do. And then that child is going to be weaponized and grow up and think that their dad didn't want them or didn't look for them or whatever because the mother's hurt. You still got to pay. There's still some sort of consequence, but not for her.
You're going to pay and she's going to weaponize the kids against you.
And we can think of multiple people, football stars, UFC stars, public figures.
Bro, my brother went through this exact same thing, right?
That go through all of this same bullshit.
He took the mother of his child to court so he can see his child because she was upset that he wanted to see his child more. Crazy. They went to the court. He won. And then they was like, look, you have to let him see. Well, first of all, they said to him, you can only see your child in visitations. One, that is absolutely horrible. Imagine that. You've done nothing to hurt this child. There's nothing to warrant that you're not going to be a good father, but I have to have someone.
Yeah. My friend went through this. You got to go to a center. There's a lady there witnessing and you can see your kid for 1 hour.
How crazy is that?
Crazy.
Right? Then it was like, okay, now they've gone through that. We feel like he's suitable. Let him have him for weekends. She broke it so many times. He was like, okay, can I pick him up today? No, I want to do this. Or no, he's sick. But then she's taking him.
She's lying.
Of course she's lying,
got
right?
resentment towards him.
No, but listen to this. So then we go to a lawyer. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go to a lawyer. We tell the lawyer what happens. And the lawyer said, I'll be honest with you. We can take her back to court. They're not going to do anything. And then you're going to sit back in my chair again. So the best thing you can do is just do what she says.
Yeah. Yeah.
My little brother went through exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
My little brother went through exactly the same thing. To the point where there was one time when like they kind of had amicable reasoning. The rest of the family would come up to see little man, and I drove up from Bournemouth 3.5 hours. Got my sister, got my brother, all went around there, and she just wasn't in the mood. But we'd arranged this. I'd literally physically spoke to her and said, look, I'm coming up on this date. This time I'm coming up on Bournemouth. But because she didn't want...
She wants to cause pain.
Yeah. For my brother, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she didn't want us to see him and get to know him. But man, she just said, like, no, you're not seeing it. And then she called the police. Say that these people are outside my house harassing me. And I'm like, the police came. I'm like, no, I've just driven up from Bournemouth to see.
And do you know what's funny? Who did they call to enforce this on another man? Probably male officers. It's the same people.
Yeah. System's broken.
The system's broken.
System's broken.
Now, there is people who are effed. Don't get twisted.
I get it.
But there's some good men out there who are missing out on a lot because the assumption.
Yeah, my boy, bro, all he thinks about is his kids and is like, she won't let me see him. He's just in hell. Now, if the roles were reversed and men were able to press that button and hurt women, we wouldn't.
I know we wouldn't.
Because you know why? Because we love our kid and we want our kid to see their mum.
And it's exactly the same way as if women were held accountable. Okay, cool. If you're going to make this accusation and you're going to do all these accusational things, you do realize that if none of this goes through, you're going to be held accountable for everything that you've accused him for. So vice versa, you might be suing him for X amount of money. You're going to have to pay that. He might go to prison for 3 years. You're going to have to do that.
That's why the rape situation's really, really scary. The sexual assault, like,
yeah. And that's one of the reasons why. So
Did you see the thing with the streamer Ty Lil?
I did see that. I did that. But I know the thing with Neymar.
Neymar's another one. Yeah,
If Neymar didn't have his laptop on,
he would have been cooked.
finished.
Cooked. And what happened? Oh, okay, we're going to throw the case out because it's a lie. You almost destroyed this man's life, his career.
He held accountable for his losses that he would have incurred if that were true. Because that's what she was suing him. She's going to sue him for X amount of millions. Then she should be accountable for those millions. She should be accountable for the jail sentence.
Yeah.
And then lying on top of that.
And that the Ty Lil one's very interesting because she literally she basically accused him of sexual assault, and he went on like a big rant about how he didn't do it and it's destroying his life. He no longer wants to stream. He was getting abuse online, and everyone was ridiculing before, because we get tried by media first, especially if you're someone who's famous. You get tried by media first. And this is why when people say, like, you should always believe the victim. No, like, there's nothing wrong with getting all the information before you decide
100%.
what you think about it.
What was the girl's name?
Was it a streamer?
Sausage J.
Geordine Pauline?
Was it the girl?
Something like that? Let me check.
Her friend. Was it the same girl that told
Yeah.
her friend,
She,
her male friend, what she was going to do?
no. No, this girl, this is recent. So she, what's her name? Let me find it.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Men don't want to see coercion as rape, because then a lot of men would have to realize that they're rapists. And this is why anytime a sexual assault victim comes through, their first response is, oh, well, you just regretted it and now you're saying it's rape. Does she regretted it? She regretted it because you coerced her. She didn't want to have sex in the first place. If somebody says no to sex and then you're trying to figure out ways to get them to say yes, that's rape. A lot of men have never had consensual sex. If someone isn't a willing participant from the jump, it's rape. This is what I think happened with the Ty Lil and Jordan Pauline situation. I believe that he coerced her. Or at least that's what she's alleging, right?
And do you know what she come out and said now?
What?
She came out and said, I was upset and I was hurt and I'm sorry I said that.
Oof.
She came out this week and said that, and that's it. And then she started posting pictures online.
Oh, so she's admitted it.
She admitted that she was hurt, she was emotionally hurt, and she's sorry for the things that she said. But that's it. That's as far as it goes.
Yeah.
And let's be honest.
I'm sorry, that's it.
Do you know why she's admitting that? Because he had recordings of her and him speaking and her saying, now this is going to seem like a one-night stand. And he was like, it's not a one-night stand. We're still speaking. She's like, I don't know. I feel like you're going to come across it like a one-night stand. That is regret. That's what it is. You regret what happened. He didn't coerce you. Something happened between you two and you regretted after for whatever reason. Now you're coming out and saying sorry only because that came out. Otherwise, if everyone believed you, do you think she would have come out and said that wasn't true? Absolutely not.
No.
You're going to change the trajectory of this young man's life.
Correct.
That followed him everywhere. Now you've got people like that saying, like, trying to say like you're coerced. Like, at what point do people have to take responsibility for their action? If I take you out and buy you flowers and dinner and then you end up having sex with me and you regret it, is that coercion or is that what happens in most dates? So if I'm pretty sure every person who's been married has been taken out and someone's treated them nice.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do when you date. And this is what I mean about the standard that's been set. Because those same girls will be like, yeah, just go out and make sure he buys you stuff before you sleep with him. And then if you regret it, it's rape.
Sure. The biggest example is Andrew.
So crazy, Andrew's one. So crazy. Think about what they have done to this man. No trial, no nothing. It's an investigation that has gone on. There has been zero evidence that he's done anything. You took this man's money. You took this man's lifespan. You've ridiculed him in the media. You've put him into parliament and called him a danger to society. Based on an investigation. And this is why the Epstein thing's important, because everyone who's been investigated, are they going to be subjected to the same treatment?
Hell no.
Absolutely not, because they don't see those people as a threat to their agenda. but he's been had a trial by media, and even that has just been so fugazi. Like, what have they gone on to say? The people who they're trying to say that he done this one have come out and been like, we're actually not victims. Like, we are currently dating him still. Like, we're currently in a relationship with him.
To obviously what Marcel was saying with regards to one of the alleged victims that were in the fire. Tristan's mother of his child. You've been coerced, but I've got a baby with him. I'm quite happy. No. But I've got a daughter. She's his daughter.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't, like, and they've, not only that, they've wrote whatever they've put him through, but they've also spent millions of pounds, UK, drawing up anti-Andrew learning programs, or whatever you want to call them, where they say, this is a typical misogynistic or blah, blah, man, rah, 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 rah. And they've put this as part of the education in school. Excuse me? So what happened to history, geography, maths, English, all of the things that you've got to learn? And you're learning about this when it's totally irrelevant after it's a alleged or accusational.
It's an investigation, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing's gone to trial ever. Why do you think that is?
Yeah.
Put through every single person that is on the
No.
episode for exactly the same thing.
Do you know another thing? There's actually a footballer, and so I'll tell you how media is very clever in how they do it. Although it is bullshit what they're doing, it's extremely clever. It's a very good tool. They use it perfectly. But there has been a footballer who I think he bust case on a sexual assault case, and now 2 more women come forward. And I used to be on the fence. I'd be like, well, if more people are coming forward, there can't be no smoke without fire. But now I realize how they get the women. It's easy to get women to do it, because what they do is they just go through anyone who you've had interaction with and give them incentive to say it. So of course, one woman might say it, and then it'll be like, oh, another 4 women have come forward. Yeah, because you just went down the line of everyone I dated and put them in a position where they might be scared, or they think that they're going to lose their job, or look, if you're defending them, that means that we're going to have to put you as part of the case. These are scare tactics that they use to get these women, and also it's opportunity. For a lot of these women, it's opportunity. Like, okay, if this does go through, remember, you can do a civil case, and then you can win here, and winning a criminal case will make your civil case stronger. It's opportunity for them. So it's not the fact that he's just been going around essaying a load of people, this footballer I'm talking about. It's just a case where they can just go down the list of people he's dated, and maybe it's a case where he's banged someone and just ghosted them, and they're salty about that. And again, because a lot of the time, like I said, if you base your dating relationship on purely financial incentives, then there's no bond, there's nothing to connect you. So once I bang you, like, what else is there?
Yeah.
So, and if you're salty about that, or you see another opportunity, of course you're going to go for that.
Yeah.
So yes, there's 2 more women, but how were these women put in that position? Did they just come forward, or have the police been actively looking for them and putting them in positions?
Convincing them, manipulating them to come and talk. Yeah.
And then even if you want to go to another person, who's he's called Shay, a podcast,
Don't know.
football guy. He had an OnlyFans model basically sue him for 25 million when he'd just done a $50 million deal. But this is a woman who's used to selling her body for gain. And now she's in a position where she can get more money. Do you think she won't? She's already been doing
Of course.
this. So at what point does character come into question? We don't. We're just
No.
for the man, the harsh truth is, any position he puts himself in where he can be made vulnerable, he will, and he'll be executed for that.
Yeah.
And again, that's down to the men. Like, we have to be a little bit more wiser in who we allow in our spaces.
Yeah.
This goes back down to what we were saying earlier on with regards to women expecting, like, the whole gift treat, and they're going out and they're getting gifts and this and blah, blah, blah. Once okay, cool, I'm a millionaire. Once I've smashed you, you get more girls, you ain't getting more that. She might get salty. So that's one of the salty people on that person's list.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't care that he's just giving you a flipping, I don't know, Chanel bag or whatever, blah, blah, or a mobile phone. Doesn't care. Because it's nothing. He earns millions a week. Do you think he's going to care about like,
True.
something that's going to cost you like 300-400 quid? He spends that. He spends more than that on a meal.
Yeah, of course. I just think we need to switch up our attitudes completely, guys. We need to do some drizzle. Okay?
I'm that smoke. I'm so far to that. I'm gonna learn his thing.
We need to get in our soft men era, okay? And drizzle. Drizzle. I've got another one I'm going to show you.
Be like really obsessed with him.
So this girl is basically manipulating everyone.
Friday, you are going to make him obsessed with you. Monday, be like really obsessed with him. Be really interested in him. Tuesday, go ghost. You're completely busy. Wednesday, only answer at night. Then when Thursday comes, message him in the morning, give him a little gift and say, oh, I'm just thinking about you. And then don't answer him all day. Friday, text him back really quick all day long. Saturday, be completely silent and then post a thirst trap. Leave him on red on Sunday. And then go and like an old photo.
Fucking hell.
You know what's funny? If a dude said that, what they say that is?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you.
If a dude said that, what would they say that is?
Honestly, yeah.
Mental abuse. That's exactly what they would say.
That's awesome.
He's mentally abusing women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Psychological torture.
Yeah.
There was this one other one that I seen. Oh, you're going to love this. Are you ready for this?
Bro, do you know what? Just to quickly say this. Women don't really understand you are going to be replaced by AI because it is going to be the safe bet. And the only time that we will give up our freedom is for safety. And you need to understand that once AI becomes the safest option and I can make sure that it can have my children and it gives me the conversation I want or don't want, you are fucked.
I don't have to buy it.
You are fucked.
Correct.
And women have this idea that, you know, it will be the same thing with women because there'll be AI men. No, understand that the truth is everything that you love, everything that you enjoy is built by man. The restaurants you like is built by man. So when a man doesn't see that you're necessary in society, you're going to struggle because we're just going to build stuff that caters to us. And you're going to be like, what about us? And then that equality is going to change rapidly.
I can't wait for that day. Drizzle. Drizzle.
What? You'll see.
Is that our new thing now? Drizzle. Me and you laughing at drizzle. This guy's amped up, fired up. We're like drizzle. Watch this. This is beyond treacherous.
A married music teacher has confessed to having sex with a schoolboy from when he was just 12 years old, in an affair that continued until she was about 8 months pregnant with a child that he allegedly fathered. 33-year-old Naomi Takea Craig appeared in Mandurah local court on Tuesday and pleaded guilty to 15 charges over her sexual relationship with the boy, which lasted about 14 months. The charges included multiple counts of penetration of a child under 13. To each charge, Craig replied, "Guilty, Your Honor." Her relationship with the boy started on October 31st, 2024, and ended on December 16th, just days before her arrest.
That's her husband.
According to the school's website, Craig was often praised in newsletters for her active role in choir and music performances. A disturbing photo has since resurfaced showing her working with children aged 5 to 12 at the school's Battle of the Bands rock concert.
So she's back in work.
Her husband thought that's his kid. But the kid was from the 12-year-old that she's been having sex with.
Wait, it said that a picture resurfaced of her working with kids.
Yeah, resurfaced from the past. She's in prison.
Okay.
I mean, that kid's not traumatized. That kid's at school, like, what's up, boys? What's going on? You know what I mean? He needs no counseling. That kid needs no counseling.
Yeah, it's...
You know what I mean? Is that not crazy?
But even us, like, I guess we have a different thought when it's a woman. Because if that was the other way around and a man was doing that to a little girl, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, we'd be what the fuck. We'd as men we would crucify him.
100%.
You know.
What the fuck? But reality and fantasy, bro.
I don't know. What else rules I got here for you guys?
Becoming the most hated TikTok influencer.
Ladies, let's wear clothes. Let's dress like women.
This is Esty Williams, and she has all the internet ready to pounce. She's one of the pioneers of the trad wife movement, which inspires women to go back into the home and uphold the traditional gender roles.
Traditional wife, trad wife.
She's known for her specific style, as she's always dressed as a pinup girl from the 1950s, perfectly encapsulating what it means to be a traditional homemaker.
I'm gonna make pumpkin bread, so make it with me. Featuring my Marilyn Monroe dress.
As such, Esty cooks and cleans for her husband, Connor, and always presents herself as the perfect wife, which he can be proud to have. And in return for looking after him and the family, Connor is the breadwinner, which means he's the only one that works and brings money home. In fact, Esty used to be a very normal college girl who was pursuing a degree in meteorology, but decided to drop out when she got married.
However, when I decide I want to drop out of college and become a traditional wife, and my only goal in life is to be an amazing wife and mother, that's when eyebrows seem to raise.
But she didn't care what everybody thought. She became devoted to her husband and turned into a housewife straight out of a 1950s magazine, and soon after rose to internet fame when she began posting how she spends her days on her TikTok account. She's always been very vocal about her beliefs and preaches that every woman should strive to be as feminine as possible and submit to her husband in every way possible. Exactly that is what angers the masses. In fact, many believe that Esty's lifestyle is very problematic and can even be extremely damaging. Let's take a look at an example.
To purposely go in your closet and pick a pair of leggings, knowing you have other pants and other outfits, and to choose that as your whole day's attire. Ladies, let's wear clothes. Let's dress like women.
In this TikTok video, the 25-year-old trad wife goes on to shame women for dressing trendy, calling them unladylike, and saying they aren't real clothes.
So fathers, don't let your daughters dress like this just because it makes them happy and everybody else is doing it. Set standards for your daughter.
This video wasn't received well in the slightest. Her viewers were in a rage, saying that everyone should be dressing however they are most comfortable. They're saying her views are extremely toxic, pushing an anti-feminist narrative that women of today are fighting so hard against. They're also not pleased to know that Esty actively promotes the idea that women should submit to their husbands.
The idea that subscribing to this kind of view of yourself as a woman and also of other women, to pretend like that has no side effects, to pretend like it's not
Side effects.
a ripe situation for abuse, is ignorant at best and deceitful at worst.
I can see why you say
And although Esty says her lifestyle should be a choice and that she supports any woman who wants to work, she also said that as a woman, your top priority should be a wife and a mother, which leaves us wondering, does she really back all women regardless of their life choices, or is her support reserved for only the ones that share her views?
And do you want to know what's funny? Do you know who's going to tear her down the most?
Women.
Other women.
Other
And do you know why? Because misery loves company.
Ooh.
That's why. And that's why when you have a good girl and she hangs around with friends that are hoes, they will always try to convince her to do some hoe shit because they feel horrible about themselves and it's a reflection of what they are not. And they look at that and they say, man, I wish that could be me. And because it's not, let me make her what I can't be. Let me try and make her a hoe. Let me try to tear her down, tell her that she's frigid and that she should, because she doesn't sleep around, she's not experienced and everything that she does is wrong. She doesn't have her own mind. Literally, it's because what they want to be, that woman is, and they don't like to see another woman happy, and they will tear that down because misery loves company.
And the other woman that spoke was busted anyway.
Drizzle, drizzle. Drizzle, drizzle. We gotta have a hand motion for that as well. Drizzle, drizzle. Drizzle, drizzle. Drizzle, drizzle. Muscle and smoke right now.
Just saying, bro. Just telling you the truth. What's your thoughts on the Epstein situation right now?
Everyone's telling me he invented Bitcoin. Did you see Dan Pena? Dan Pena said if you knew who invented Bitcoin,
I saw that.
yeah,
If you guys knew who invented Bitcoin, you would be out there straight away. I saw that.
it would go straight to zero. He goes, I know. He goes, I know.
Yeah.
It's interesting, right?
Crazy.
So let's pretend he did create Bitcoin, or he did, and people are going to stop using Bitcoin because he used it to launder money into the black market and stuff like this. These same people also used banks to do the same thing. Do we stop using banks? They also used US dollars to do the same thing. Do we stop using US dollars? They also used cars to transport these children from one place, or planes to transport. Do we stop using planes? Do we stop? It's not about Bitcoin being created by this person. What's the use of it now?
Yeah, correct.
If it is not being used to hunt and hurt people now, or to be fair, even if it is, everything is. It's how the person ridicule the person doing the wrongdoing, not the means used. You're not going to ridicule the car for transporting kids across the state line when you shouldn't, because you're human trafficking children. You ridicule the person. I don't even get why this is the topic, or why we would say it's going to go to zero if you find out. For me, I just think it's a ploy. They want to drop the coin, and then when it drops, all these big industries are just going to buy back into it because no one really cares. The truth is, how much of these industries have done disgusting, horrible things and we still use them? Almost all of them. The only time they ever really apologize is if it affects their pocket. Because if it doesn't, they will do whatever the fuck they want. They will sit there. You can go as something as simple as race. If they made a comment that was a racist remark and we just allowed it to happen, think they'd apologize? Absolutely fucking not. But let it start to hurt their pocket. Public apology, this is not what we represent. They don't give a fuck. These is ploys from people in positions that are they're going to make people sell this coin or Bitcoin, sell their Bitcoin because it's going to go to zero, which it won't, because it's just it's a new means of money. And when it does, you're going to have these big infrastructures buy this coin. And then when you try to get back in, it's too late. Because it's too much money. They do not care about the principles or morals of where it comes from. It's a farce.
This whole Epstein thing is for me. We've got to look beyond what they are trying to distract us with. It's a famous. Everything is planned.
Bro, if they let this Epstein thing slide, if we just
slide, but what it is the more that we're talking about it, the more we're focusing on it and not focusing on what's going on in the background is what the issue. Okay, cool. Epstein files like, okay, cool, fuck it. We know, most of us know that this person was ill, that person was ill, or when it first came out 2 years ago, or when we first saw it 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever. And we saw that this person was on there, that person was on there. So I did the same people that were on there 4 years ago, bro.
I know.
Why are they putting it out, man? Why are they releasing all of these bits and pieces now to keep us occupied?
I think
now going on in the background.
I think social pressure had a part to play in it, but I think
there's something else going on in the background, bro.
Yeah, but even if it is something else going on in the background, if this Epstein thing just becomes something that we tweet every now and then, they win. Because again, it's another thing that's been huge, detrimental. No one's going to pay for what they've done. We're just going to talk about it and then let it go. It just lets them know that we can do what we want, and these people will just make memes, and it will last a certain amount of time, and then we go on to the next thing. Since these files have come out, what investigations have happened and what repercussions have come from it?
Zero. None.
Because there's some disgusting images out there. And you know what the worst thing is? I don't even know what's true and not anymore. I have no idea what's real, what's fabricated. By the way,
nothing's happened to Andrew. Sorry, not Andrew Tate. Andrew, the royal
Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew. Nothing's happened to him. Left him alone. He's not been arrested. Hasn't been called to stand trial. Nothing.
The whole English monarchy are under fucking. The whole English monarchy is under subjection, if that's the right word, because this doesn't just affect Prince Andrew. This affects Prince Charles.
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah. It affects everyone.
Everyone. Absolutely.
And this is my point.
And furthermore, whether you believe this or not, is that I've said this for a while. Epstein's still alive.
Dude, there was a photo of Epstein. Did you see it in Israel?
A drone. I first of all saw the drone, over his island, showing him sitting outside of a car. You'll be able to see pictures of that. Him sitting outside of a car. the drone footage of Epstein sitting outside of a car and you could clearly see that it was him. And then the one in Israel where he's all bearded. Yeah, I see that as well.
You seen the one in Israel?
Yeah.
Somebody
With two
today.
security guards.
With 2 security guards?
Yeah.
Oh, look, and it's now taken off the internet.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
Look at that.
I think
But
literally
drone footage of
that's
Epstein.
crazy.
Type that in.
Bro, and you know what? They actually did a side-by-side photo.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
And analyze and
yeah.
take this off. Yeah.
Yeah,
but this
like
is the
the
thing.
nose is
Yeah.
identical.
Are we being pumped with so much information that we can now no longer tell what's true and what's not?
You know
So
what's, you know what's going to
almost get away
happen?
with it.
In 20 years' time, they're going to come and say, Jeffrey Epstein was the best Mossad agent that Israel ever had.
Probably, bro.
They're going to say he infiltrated everyone and everything.
Coincidence or by design? This is the thing.
Yeah. You guys always get me talking crazy when I'm sitting with you guys.
Do you think rings like that still happen now?
I mean, I personally believe, yeah, look at that.
That's what. And then they broke it down. I think they broke it down.
And why has he got security with him?
Yeah.
It's a crazy world we live in.
I know you love Michael Jackson.
Bro, my guy.
And did you see that Macaulay Culkin clip? Have you seen that before?
Which one?
Basically, Macaulay Culkin said, if I wasn't friends with Michael Jackson...
Michael Jackson saved me from getting on a plane to that tiny island.
Now they're saying Now they're saying that Michael Jackson was the savior of
That's what he's
children.
saying now.
Before they were saying, he was playing with little children, all these other species. Now that he's turning around and saying, actually, he saved them.
The same thing they ridiculed this man.
Yeah.
The same thing. And this is my point. If nothing happens at this point here, we are fucked. You might as well just forget everything.
Matt Fidesz, bodyguard of Michael Jackson, 12 years, done a podcast with him, good friend of mine, we speak often. He said to me, Michael Jackson was a womanizer. He had women.
Yeah.
He didn't even see him around with children like that. He had women. I would hear him.
Bro, they've done the exact same thing to Michael Jackson. They found nothing.
Yeah.
They tore this man. And the thing is, we're not understanding what the real implications of what they did is. Because you have to understand, imagine, like we sometimes see these things and to us, it's just entertainment. We sit there and we're like, oh, this thing's happening. Oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. This is someone's life.
Yeah, true.
Someone out there is being called, imagine being called a paedophile every day. People, the media, everyone's saying this. And because you know it's not true, you're like, there's no way they believe this.
Yeah.
And then people are saying it and people are saying it and people are saying it. And that's, I get ridiculed for this all the time because I'm not a victim believer. If someone does something, I'm saying, okay, what was the whole story? I want to hear the whole story first. And then I want to make my judgment. I think that we need to start taking more responsibility in doing the research on what we're reporting on. If you can take your time to sit there and make a video about someone and say that they're this way, you think this, and you're taking it off one clip or you're not doing your research, you're doing a disjustice to everyone, including the people who you think you're trying to save. Because then there's real incidences, there's real children out there who were being abducted. Now we're noticing this.
Now we see it.
You pointed at this man and saying he was doing this. You spent all this time, and now that 20 years have gone by, and now we're figuring out that it wasn't him. It was these people doing it.
Yeah.
And that's simply because we don't do the due diligence as the people.
Yeah.
If we react, changes happen. The power is in the people. They know that the power is in 100%. The people. So their job is to manipulate you so you do exactly what they want them to do. Exactly what they want you to do, sorry. That's their job. That's why the media is so powerful. Because if you keep saying this person's this, this person's this, this person's this, this person's this, and you're too lazy to do the research yourself, you will believe that. I do not believe victims when they say things straight away. I want to hear all the facts first before I make my judgment. What's wrong with that? It doesn't mean that I'm belittling victims. No, I'm just not going to believe something just because you said it, regardless how horrible it is. And the sad truth is, people lie. People manipulate. People want to put themselves in positions where they can take advantage of whatever they can. They don't care. Humans are very selfish. Very, very selfish, especially when their back's against the wall or they want to survive or they need money. They do these things.
And there's always going to be a narrative they're going to pump out there, whether it be through the media. And if they want you to believe a certain thing, they'll just pump it and pump it and pump it and pump it and pump it. And that's all you'll see. That's all you'll see. And that's all you're going to be in tune to or be brainwashed into thinking. COVID.
Yeah. Is there a video showing us?
I was trying to find the video of Epstein sitting on his island chilling. But I can't find it. I don't know if I saved it.
Them thick-ass glasses, you should be able to find anything.
Yeah. By the way, Mercedes-Benz bus called back. They need their windscreen back for the 9:05 tomorrow morning.
You was doing all right. So you was doing all right until the end of the fucking...
Guys, I'm going to finish this podcast with drizzle. Drizzle.